And cool. So, people, this is your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS. I am here with.
So fab.
What's going on?
Hey, it is Wednesday. I am losing track of time. It is Wednesday, and we are here. We apologize for the delay, but when it comes to technology, there are always issues. So,
well, y'all told us our sound sucked, so we wanted to make sure our sound didn't suck. We just gonna call this a spade. We all subconscious about how we sounding, making sure that we put out a good product. So the sound had to be on point.
And yeah, and hopefully it is.
It should be.
It should be.
If it ain't, we know y'all tell us.
Exactly.
Right in this comment section. Y'all sound sucks.
And speaking of, it's not time yet, but we do have our TDS family member in the building, Miss Verna Spencer herself, the healing consultant.
What's up? We got to get some claps. I don't know. We got to get claps.
Oh, wait. I got applause.
We got applause. We got applause.
Wait, you got to take me.
Okay. Well, we'll just,
there we go.
There we go. Applaud. And we got our glass.
We have our glass. We have our glass. We'll toast to the new year.
Toasting to the new year.
Yes. New year.
Yes.
New possibilities.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I didn't drink.
I was going to say you didn't drink nothing.
For those... I'll take another sip.
Here's the drinking.
So yes,
and we're starting early.
Yes, we need it.
That's my New Year's resolution.
Here's the drinking.
Drink more.
Yes.
That's New Year's resolution. Drink more.
We are going to
and worry less.
And worry less.
Hey now.
I like
Put some drops. Drink more and worry less.
Drink more, worry less.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
This is Auntie V, as y'all can see. Auntie V, we love it. And Auntie V is going to be with us for the first part of everything. Then we're going to go into specific healing consultant stuff.
Absolutely.
And we are going to talk about product. But then also, we got something for you.
Ooh, yes, we do. Yes, we
the plot thickens.
We usually do our messy letter. And it's usually a relationship letter where somebody's talking crazy. And so what we're going to do, because you are the healing consultant.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I am.
We are going to get your opinion on this messy letter and see what we would do, how we would handle it. We want Auntie V though. We want you to tell it like it is.
All right.
How you say it? Right. Talk to me like you mean it. We want you to talk to it like you mean it now.
All right. We're starting a new year. Let's do this. Take it out. Here we go.
All right. So first up, though, we got Kim.
Well, before we got that, we have to do birthdays. I have to shout out. Hold on, before we even do that, let's go back to our little birthday music because we're doing things differently around here.
We got the birthday music.
We got the birthday music. I'm gonna go ahead and cue that up because I want to send a very special shout out to my homie, one of the first people that I met when I moved down here to North Carolina. She's a sweet soul. She sings her heart out. She's an amazing mother, and I love her to death. She's so dope. And she's a strong supporter of TDS. She loves the siblings. So happy birthday, shout out. Her birthday was yesterday to my homie, Anne Marie Fox. So happy birthday. Yes, I did. Songs playing in the background. Yes.
See, you jumped straight into it. I wasn't even ready. So we're going to prolong the let's talk more about Annie.
Yeah. And then another birthday shout out to our cousin Sarah. She's up in New York. So
happy birthday, Sarah.
Birthday. You're looking good and you're looking fine.
You're looking good, and I hope you have a good time.
Hello.
Happy birthday. Hold on, I'm still going. I got some birthdays.
He's still going.
I'm sorry, Kat, but do it sound good? I bet you we sound good. The people who are watching, how do we sound?
Hello, and let us know.
Okay,
Say
today's birthdays. I only got 3.
Okay.
But should we do the birthdays over the weekend?
We can. Why not? Everybody need a little love.
Let's go. Well, okay. So then hit me on the weekend. The weekend was what?
Well,
here's where we'll start. We'll start where it leaves off for me.
There we go.
So on the 9th, that was
yesterday.
Okay. So yesterday, how can I not say it? My friend, I grew up with this dude. Like when I say grew up, little guys, 5th, 6th grade. Yesterday was Damian Tucker. Damian Tucker, one of the Tucker brothers. There's 3 brothers, Damian, Colin, and Steve, in order. Steve, Damian, Colin. He's the middle child. So yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, y'all did the Pee Wee League.
Yes, we actually did. And that's hilarious. We did do the Pee Wee League together. And so Damian, which is crazy to say this about our ages, Damian, yesterday turned 44 years old.
Shut the front door.
We've been friends since we were at least 11 years old.
Don't knock it till you drop. 44. What are you talking about?
I mean, saying that for us is like
Just in the background.
that was always what we would say to like our aunts and all that stuff, but now it's us. With 44.
44.
It's a
All
blessing.
right, Dame.
Yes, a
And-
blessing.
And the homie Kels, Kelly Lynn, she is 44 as well.
All
Her birthday
right.
was yesterday.
Happy birthday.
And then we got Annie, of course. Then one of my homies that's been helping me with DJing from afar. His name is Carrie Beckley. Carrie rolling in at 46. All of this is just blowing my mind because it seems like we've always been 20. Roxanne Easley, who is a great chef and caterer back home in Pittsburgh. She did not post her age.
I know that's right. None of your business.
And then one of the players that I
Taking care of
coach,
herself.
which is actually crazy to see this too. I coached this man. He is now 29 years old. Cody McClellan. He's one of the quarterbacks
Happy
from Woodland Hills
birthday.
High School.
All right.
And Coach Ray Beck, who's rolling it. Hey, congratulations, 50 years old.
I know. Hey, yes.
Congratulations,
Come on.
50 years old. So those are the
50.
birthdays, man. Those are the birthdays. And I forgot one. I'm sorry, Wendy Robinson, who's also a viewer of TDS Radio. We want to thank you.
Well, thank you,
And,
Miss Wendy.
Tim Edlin, he's 58 years
All
old.
right.
That was on the 8th. So yeah, that rounds up all of our birthdays from the 8th, 9th, and today. So happy birthday, everybody. Is the song still playing? We can't hear the song. I'm sorry. Is it?
Happy birthday to you. Yes.
Stevie?
Oh, no. It's a new version.
It's a new version. We got to let you hear it. We'll get you some headphones so you can hear the happy
But
So-
happy birthday to y'all.
So happy birthday to everybody. And that's how we like to start our show with just some positivity before we get into this foolishness. And because it's going to be foolishness
Yes,
today.
it is. It is.
Okay.
And
It
we
is.
want Auntie V to cut
And
up with us
healing.
today. Yeah, I was about to
Foolishness
say,
and
we
healing.
want Auntie V to cut up with us today.
I'm down.
We gonna do
Yes,
this.
let's do this.
All right, let's do it. So then,
Yes.
who is
Talk
the
to
first,
me.
or what is the first that we have up? Entertainment news.
Entertainment news.
Okay.
So this story is a story that all of you have been waiting for. I know the highly anticipated story of rapper 21 Savage.
Oh man,
He is coming up with his own biopic starring Donald Glover. As you
Okay.
guys may know, is Childish Gambino, Atlanta, The Lion King,
Mhm.
Star Wars. His list
Mhm.
goes on and on. He actually has a new show called Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're going to do a new adaptation of it. So that's going to be on Amazon Prime, I believe. So he's been recruited to play the older version of 21 Savage. And then Caleb from Stranger Things, he is
Okay.
going to be the younger version, but it's going to document his entire life as far as his journey into being a rapper, the whole ICE situation where he was in jeopardy of being deported.
Correct.
You know, that whole thing. They're going to explain all of that. And they just recently dropped a trailer, and some people kind of have mixed emotions about it. Like, do we necessarily need this story right now? It's kind of awkward. Like, why is this a thing? But typically things like this sometimes surprise you and it might end up being a good story.
So I'm on the side of why do we care?
I was gonna say that too, but okay.
I don't
you.
know. It maybe it's my age. I'm
Thank
not
you.
tapped in with
Mhm.
21 Savage like that. It could be that.
It could
'cause
be. It could
I
be.
don't know why we care about the 21 Savage story, the American dream.
Yeah.
He felt maybe this was a story that we all wanted to hear.
But is he? He's not even American, is he?
No.
Right?
no.
Is he Canadian or
Yes,
something? So
he
he's
is
Canadian,
Canadian. Mhm.
talking about the American dream.
So what dream are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
I'm gonna take a sip on
No,
that.
take a sip, girl. Take two on that one. I'm like,
What are we talking
what are we
about?
talking about here?
So we
What are we
we have a
talking
young
about?
man who's Canadian
Yes.
speaking on his American dream.
Now he did grow up in Atlanta, but he was born in Canada.
Right, and
Mhm.
he had a hard time
that a
getting
qualifier?
back into the States, didn't he? Because he was
Yes.
deported for
Yes.
a minute, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was. Mhm.
And so we need a movie about this.
We do, and we're going to recruit Donald Glover and his
One of our better
team
guys.
of
Yeah.
writers. His brother, Stephen Glover, who also helped alongside with Atlanta and a lot of
Mm.
writing for his projects, is also recruited for this.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about it. I'll definitely try to stream this one bootleg style.
Yeah.
Because are we supposed to see this in the theater or this
Yes.
is straight to Tubi?
Tubi.
Tubi. This is
Tubi.
not even Hulu or
I know,
Netflix worthy.
I didn't
This
think
is
it was.
this is straight
yes.
to Tubi.
Well, to
Yeah.
be fair, you know, I might give it a watch just to let you guys know.
You
'cause
gonna
we do-
pay for this?
No, I'm just, huh?
Really?
Oh,
Huh.
I'm about to say. I know this is
I,
streamed.
you know, if it drops on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Netflix, something like that.
Oh, yeah, you're paying for that.
I'll put it to you like
Already?
this: if Amazon Prime, if it ain't a free one, and they say you got to rent it for $9.99, are you?
Oh no,
renting
it's $19.99 now.
Oh,
To
Wait
rent
a
a movie
minute.
on Amazon Prime is $19.99.
But I'm a Prime member.
Yes, it's still $19.99.
really?
So then why do I have Amazon? Prime?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
It makes me try to reevaluate.
Why do I have it?
I
If I'm paying $19.99
Yes.
for a movie,
Yes. I better be
Yes.
able to keep it.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the new Hunger Games, the Songbird and the Snake, I was trying to watch that, and I was like, oh well, let me go on Amazon because, as you said, I'm an Amazon Prime
I'm a
member,
Prime member.
so I'm thinking it was free or at least discounted. No, they said $19.99.
I don't
Yes.
understand
Okay.
any
Yeah,
of
no.
that.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
no. So anyway,
It's beyond my
yeah,
comprehension.
let's go in. Yeah, because 21 Savage, we started out with
You lost me
something
on
that I
that one.
don't
I was like,
understand.
okay.
I don't understand why he thought that
So,
was-
Yeah.
in
Things that make you
other
go,
entertainment news,
All right, let's go.
something that has been going, a buzz, and people have been talking about on social media all day today. Actually, Angela Bassett. Now, what I
Okay.
don't want anyone to overshadow is the fact that she has finally gotten her Oscar. She's finally gotten her flowers.
She did.
Now it is honorary, so she's joining the ranks of Cicely Tyson, as far as another Black woman who has this
The
achievement.
honorary achievement.
Yes.
So how do we feel about that?
I do feel a certain type of way about it,
Mhm.
especially when you're hearing things like she's played in over 100 roles and the versatility in her acting,
Mhm.
and the simple fact that people were upset that she did not get her just due for playing the Queen in Black Panther, and instead that went to Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything All at Once Everywhere, whatever it was called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't believe that movie was nearly as good as the Black Panther.
I fell asleep on it.
There we go.
So,
All right.
so now, did Jamie Curtis do a good job from what I saw? Absolutely, but I can't compare it to Black Panther because I had not seen that yet.
So the honorary thing to me is whack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the door.
I don't think. I mean, I know she deserves it, but
Mm-hmm.
let's talk. They could have found another way to present it than just honorary, because that's
Mhm.
just like,
Yeah.
okay, we
like,
realize we should have already given it to you,
Yes.
so
Mhm.
here.
Yeah,
Yes.
You know what I mean? I
And-
don't know.
that
It's
was
like
highlighted in her speech. It was.
It's like a
She said that?
consolation
Well,
prize.
She was classy about
She's
it, as
more
always.
diplomatic.
Yes. She was very,
Yes.
very classy about
much
it.
more diplomatic.
Yes,
Okay,
but
I
she
didn't watch
did-
it. I'm sorry.
It was a very moving 15-minute speech where
Mhm.
she kind of
15 minutes,
15 minutes.
But
But
it was a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, really, let her have it.
man.
She's been waiting for this moment.
Yes.
15.
And it
Yes.
probably, I hope it'll come back again,
I
but we
do
don't
too.
know that to
I
be a
do
true
too.
statement.
Might be it.
I
Right?
do too.
It might
Yeah.
be
It
it.
might be it.
But she
It might
did
be
touch
it.
on that about, Black actresses and working really hard, and even, referencing Hattie McDowell, who was the first Black woman to win. But just saying, like, we are creating the spaces. We have these roles, and it's time for us to be acknowledged. And she even mentioned, she was like, it's nice to smell the flowers while, nice to get my
While
flowers
you're
while I
alive.
can still smell them.
Yeah.
Because of course they could have did what they always do is, oh, let's give you the award after you die.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So, all right, you know me.
Yes.
I gotta go there.
Yes.
We're gonna go there.
Yes.
So, what in the hell is this kiss thing between her and Regina King? What is the
Did you
deal?
guys see it?
So I watched the video, but I didn't see
Yeah.
the whole thing.
I
I
didn't
just
see
seen
it.
when they kissed.
Kissed.
It wasn't long.
Mm-mm.
No.
Didn't seem to be intimate,
Mm-mm.
but was it necessary?
I would like to hear from your perspective. Sweet.
Who am I to say? Was it necessary?
Was it necessary?
Well, I mean, is anything really necessary?
Yeah, it is.
I
Drake
mean, you know what I mean? But I feel like I think kissing is intimate. I mean,
It very much
you
so is.
swap and spit.
Right.
I mean,
Once we touch lips to lips,
yeah,
that's a
lips to
game
lips.
changer.
Yeah,
I could see the cheek.
Mhm.
yeah.
I could see,
See, to me-
even if you held her face and kissed her cheek
Well,
and
yes.
embraced, I
Because
guess
to me, that's not as personal.
it's not.
Mhm.
But
To
once
me.
you come up in here,
Because you're invading people's personal space. Then
so then now what are we talking about?
I
Like
don't.
now, here- I got
Suki,
two-
Suki, I don't know what we talking about.
I got two Black women with me, and I have watched
Mhm,
social media today,
mhm.
and comment after comment is she deserves this, and she needed this, and Regina knows what that kiss is about. Black women needed that expression. I got two Black women right here.
Yeah.
Did we need that? Did Black women need that expression?
Define need. I'm going
See,
to.
I feel like the same
I gotta
way.
get more cerebral. What are we talking
So
about
folks
here?
were trying to say that was like a mom to daughter kiss.
Well, I'll say this. The two have a very long history, and it can be kind of like a daughter sort of thing because she is older, and then knowing everything that each other have been through, the Battle of Hollywood, and then, Regina most recently losing her son.
That is true and terrible.
Yeah, I understand that.
And the emotion of finally getting your just due. Now, granted, it's honorary, which I feel the same way. Like, all right, y'all.
That's like an honorary degree.
Yes.
People do that.
Yes.
It's like you didn't earn that. But okay, gotcha.
And then, her talking about, the journey that both of them have been through. So I feel like maybe it's one of those things where I got caught up in the emotion. It may have been an awkward thing where it was like, I meant to kiss here, but it got here and it's like, but I don't think it was intimate enough for people to make as big of a deal as they are.
I got a question. Because, I just want to ask. Has mom, you've had a lot of accomplishments and mom has been at every one of them. And I think I've been at just about every one of them. And I've seen you and mom embrace. I've seen you and mom cry. I've seen you and mom give kisses on the cheek. I ain't never seen you and mom kiss on the lips.
I can count on one hand how many times that has happened.
So have y'all ever kissed on the lip? Mom kissed you on the lips?
I did to her.
Oh, you did? What?
Yeah.
Whoa. And she was cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, that was all right.
But it like I said, it was a lot of emotion tied to it because it's like, she was sick. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, my baby.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
So
that's different.
Yeah.
That wasn't an award-winning situation.
A different context.
But the award-wise, like, no.
I was to say, like, you when you graduated, y'all kissed on the cheek and
actually
hugged.
got to an argument.
Yeah, I was gonna say y'all fussed that day. But
still.
And even like the one time dad kissed me on the cheek that I remember. This was like kid stuff he probably did that I could remember. Even I was like, what? He was like, man, I can kiss my son. Can't wait, bro. Like,
and I was gonna ask, because even with sports, sometimes once again, the emotion, you get overwhelmed. Have you ever seen players accidentally do something like where it's like, oh man,
on the lips?
Yeah.
No.
Never?
I've never seen it.
Not even on TV?
No, I haven't seen it on TV. Now, they might do it in the locker room when they get amongst each other, but on TV, I have not seen that.
That's squaring up the face.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to deal with that. And I done watch some greats. We done watch Scotty. We done watch Scotty and Michael. We done watch Magic and did Magic and Isaiah kiss? Didn't they used to do that? Magic and Isaiah used to kiss. Now, I don't know if it was on the lips.
I'm old enough to remember that, but let me think.
No, I'm just saying because that was in the 80s when them two used to, because before the game started, those two would always embrace. And I know they kissed, but I don't remember if it was on the cheek or on the lips. We'll find a picture and see. Because I remember Dad used to say, now why the hell they got to do this every game? Like before every game, Isaiah and Magic would embrace that way. Okay. So I don't know, but then I guess guys got that slapping on the butt thing that just don't stop.
Yeah,
that don't make no sense. That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Don't do that.
So that means maybe that's the equivalent because we do it every. I don't see it as much anymore because of just people with space and all that stuff. But during my day, it was nothing to get palmed by your coach.
I know. like a palm.
Yeah, and it would be
just,
pow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So maybe that was the thing. I don't know. Yeah. I just
and from looking at and I don't want to analyze anything because we'll get into that later, especially when we talk about Taraji and Oprah and 50 Cent. To look at the video, it looked like it kind of almost took Regina back a little bit. So that's why I was saying maybe it was just emotion. It's just like finally, like we've done things when you're just like, I shouldn't have done that. This was awkward. If I could rewind, maybe, but I don't know. I just,
maybe she just got caught in the moment.
Yeah.
And I get that. And I don't know if I would ever kiss my homeboy in the moment, like, yeah, we did it. I know he'd be like, might be get an uppercut to the throat. So I don't know. But you know what? I would not, and I hope that media does not diminish the accomplishment due to it wasn't even a full second of a kiss.
Right.
Because
I
Angela
hope they don't make
Bassett,
that the focus.
Yeah,
right.
Angela Bassett has been acting her ass off for years.
Right.
And she's still doing it because isn't she on that show 911?
And she is the highest paid actress currently.
And so she's doing it. And then she She kissed Lady Gaga in what's the American Horror Stories?
Oh yeah.
She kissed Lady Gaga
Yeah.
on there. So maybe for her it just ain't that
It's
big
not
of a
that big
deal.
of a deal.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's what she's gonna be remembered for.
Yeah,
so
No.
don't even worry about
she's
it.
that's Tina. That's Tina.
Yeah.
Even
Oh,
in-
that ain't nothing but Tina.
And
Oh,
Betty
and let's
Shabazz.
yes,
Yeah.
I know, but
Yes.
we have to do the
Mhm.
iconic flick.
Yeah.
Hello. What you did? Hello. Talk to
Hello.
me. That's right. baby girl.
Goodness. And
Mm.
speaking of award season,
Okay.
Yes.
I was super excited
Mhm.
and happy to hear about some of the wins that have happened. Now, one film that did get snubbed for the Golden Globes was The Color Purple, which we'll talk about that later. But a few other, well, not but, and a few other winners that we were happy to hear about. Barack Obama,
Mhm.
he won I'm sorry, it's a Creative Arts Emmy. He won for his show Working on what we do all day. I don't know if you guys seen that on
I
Netflix.
have seen it.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
fabulous.
I have.
Where he
I
kind of
have.
goes behind the scenes of just
Uh-huh.
the everyday working men and
Yes.
interviewing them and getting in their world.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So-
It was one. It was good.
Yes,
All right.
very good.
That's
So
something I gotta watch.
he won for
Good.
Outstanding Narrator.
All right.
Now Outstanding Individual Achievement in Animation, Intergalactic one.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys seen that was another Netflix one with Kid Cudi and
Kid Cudi, okay.
yeah, and I can't remember her name is Ayo or Aya, but we'll get to her later.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kiki Palmer, she won for Outstanding Host for a game show. She hosts
Mhm.
Passwords, so
Yes,
she
does.
won.
I like her.
Yeah, so great news for her.
Mhm.
RuPaul just keeps racking up the Emmys. Like this man,
Oh.
I don't know how many he has currently, but
mhm.
he recently won
You know what?
for Outstanding Host for a Reality.
I like RuPaul
Mhm.
because I have not seen somebody just consistently be themselves no matter what
Absolutely.
for
Mhm.
years.
Absolutely.
You can't get mad at a person
No,
who is
you can't
living
get
their
mad at
truth.
that.
When he had his interview with Oprah, I thought that was one of the most touching interviews because he was just flat out honest.
Mhm.
I'm going to
Yes.
be me.
Mhm.
and don't
And
kill.
damned if he ain't
Uh-huh.
him to the fullest degree.
And
Every day, all
extremely
day.
smart.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Extremely
yes.
smart, marketing
Yes.
genius.
I
Yes.
can't get mad at him.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. I cannot.
Is this song still a thing though?
What? You better work. He has more. He has a.
That
And let me tell you about this man here. So I know you'll never watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but
I've watched a few episodes.
hey now,
Hey, I
Especially
love.
because of Chiquita Steele,
Don't mess with me with RuPaul.
he will include his own music on his show.
which is smart.
Yes, which
Good.
is extremely smart.
Yeah, which
And
is
then
smart.
while he has them lip syncing or dancing or voguing to his music, he'll then tell people, "Oh, you can now buy my new single on iTunes."
That's
I was
right.
like, "This dude,
And
Marketing
he
genius.
has his
Yes.
audience,
yes,
and they ride with him.
yes." And now
Wanna do
RuPaul's Drag Race has literally spun out of control, where it's now in different countries and things like that. So kudos to him for taking this idea and making it to the magnitude that it is now. So he
Good for
once
him.
again racking up Emmys. Good for
Yeah.
him.
No problem.
Jasmine Guy, she won an Emmy. She won for Chronicles of Jessica Wu, Outstanding Actress in a
Did not
short
watch
form
that.
comedy or drama series.
Ouch.
Storm Reed from The Last of Us. She won as well. She was the little black girl that the main character was having fun with in the arcade before she.
Yes.
Oh,
She
yes.
won for that movie. I mean, for
Yes.
that part.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Did anybody
Yes.
else win for Last of Us?
No, they got snubbed a lot.
That show, first of
No.
all, that show was awesome.
It was.
The
It
show
was.
took me to the video game.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a PS5 because of
of
that
that?
game.
Mhm.
Because when people were like, "Coach, you think the show is tight? You got to play the video game." And I'm like,
Mm.
"Man, I don't know about that." I went
Mm.
after I got done with that series. I'm like, "Let's see." And damned if I wasn't there, like,
Mhm.
"Ooh."
Mhm. So let's
to the
do this.
point where they're
Mhm.
remaking the second installment of the game for PS5. It comes out on the 19th. That's already bought.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's already bought. I thought that was a
Mm.
great show.
It was.
Great
It
acting.
was. It was.
However,
Uh-oh.
they fell victim to Succession in their
Ooh.
final season
Well,
on
yeah.
HBO.
Succession. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it a good show?
I haven't
It
watched
is.
it.
I have. I have.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
What's it about?
It is about a family who, a wealthy family,
Mhm.
who basically is trying to dominate, rule, in spite of themselves.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because it's a lot of interpersonal drama between the siblings, between the dad and the
Okay.
siblings. So you got to follow it.
Gotcha.
But it's a lot of deception going on.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they've won a lot of awards, so people are loving Succession, and this was their final season.
It
So I
was
guess
their
this was
final
their kiss goodbye.
Okay.
It
But
was.
they were running up against The Last of Us. So
How many
Yeah.
seasons did Succession have?
4 or 5. Was it 4 or 5?
I think so.
Okay.
It was like 4 or
I
5
think
of them,
so.
yeah.
So it's something I
Mhm.
could binge on because it's over.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds
You
good.
absolutely
Mhm.
can.
All right.
That's what I did.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. Maya Rudolph, she won for Big Mouth for outstanding
Yeah.
character
I like
voiceover
that cartoon.
performance.
That's good.
I love
That's
that
a good
cartoon.
one. That's a good one.
And outstanding documentary or nonfiction series, the 1619 Project won as well. The halftime show starring Rihanna, that won an Emmy.
Huh?
Yes, it did. It most certainly did.
Wait a minute. Stop
Okay.
Stop the
All right,
entertainment
we got-
news.
All right, time out. Wait a minute.
Wait a
Okay,
minute. Now wait.
here we go.
Now hold the hell on.
Okay.
Now we're saying her.
Okay.
Yeah, we're saying Rihanna's performance of halftime.
Well, wait. Outstanding directing for a variety special.
for
so
the,
the way that-
performance,
Yes.
with that Mario Brothers stage that she was walking on. Oh,
Well, now-
Well, Jay-Z got his
man.
Emmy, so
Yeah.
you know.
I am so tired of him and them. I swear for God. I promise you. I don't know what level of masonry Jay-Z is on. Because that's
Oh,
all
no,
it can
you
be.
didn't know that.
That's I don't know what level he is.
Okay.
I'm telling y'all, become a Mason, man.
Hey.
There is some benefits to it.
Well, not the guy that I know.
Well,
There
now
are some benefits to masonry.
I
young
knew
man.
there is.
There are some benefits,
There
and
is.
especially if you know the right person.
That's
'cause
right. It's a true statement.
There's some benefits to it.
It's
Because
true.
let's not act like there's not too many rappers that have gotten close to presidents. And Jay-Z and Barack Obama were very close. Now
And still are.
and still very and
Mhm.
still are.
Yeah,
there's
they
a
are.
lot of influence.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
when we're talking about a show, now we've seen a lot of shows, y'all. Riri's stage on that Super Bowl last year. Now you know who I didn't like.
Who?
Katy Perry, but Katy Perry's show was 10 times better than Rihanna's. Katy Perry made me feel like we were
Okay.
watching Sesame Street. Riri didn't do nothing. Her dancers weren't even good. Come on now, you watched it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You don't want to say it because you know Riri's peoples be out here listening. That
I'm not saying it was great. it was fabulous.
Fabulous.
that's
Amazing.
and I mean they
A
had
masterpiece.
the reason why I think that the reason why I feel as though it wasn't that good is because they had to compensate for the fact that she was pregnant.
Mhm.
So she
Yes,
can't do all but so much
Mhm.
moving. So how y'all come on now? Who's this year? Usher?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
yes.
So then now here's what
Yes.
we already know right now.
We know he gonna show.
We know Usher
He
gonna
gonna
show
show up.
his ass.
Absolutely.
He is.
So then that means this should be in the bag for Usher next year if Rihanna won this year.
It's outstanding directing for a variety special, so there can be other things in the category.
We
Just
know
saying.
Usher gonna show
Just
his
saying.
ass. To me, I'm
Absolutely.
so and I
Absolutely.
don't anticipate halftime shows because during football it's like hurry up and get back to the
Right.
football.
Mhm.
But I enjoy what Usher, Chris Brown,
Mhm.
Yes.
Bruno
Love it.
Mars,
Yes.
Even
Mm.
Beyonce. I
She
enjoy
did a good
watching.
job,
I
yes.
enjoy watching
Ooh, yeah.
Beyonce.
Now we
I had fun
talking.
with the Snoop and all those guys. I had
Oh, yeah.
fun with that.
They won
one.
as well.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
won an
Yeah,
Emmy.
oh, good.
I had fun with that one.
Mhm.
That's my people. Okay.
That's your people.
That's my people. That's my people. All right, people.
I had
Find
fun
out.
with them.
Yeah.
I just didn't have fun with Reed.
Those mine.
Reed,
Well-
Reed didn't make me have fun.
Well, she won.
I hope-
So,
Will
well,
Usher
Jay Z
have
won. You know,
Will
so
Usher have roller skates on. I think that'd
Who
be
knows?
slick when he rolls out there with his roller skates on. Man.
I mean, I do think that he's going to take the time to make this an experience, and I hope so, because everyone has talked
Mhm.
about his Vegas residency and all the stuff
Yeah.
like that, which quiet as kept should be coming up for a second run, which I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Oh,
So I'm sure
They
it's going to be amazing.
Wu-Tang up for a residency. Wu-Tang?
Ooh, Method Man.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to be there every day.
Oh no, he got some. Well, he got to work.
He's acting.
Yes, he has. And speaking of
Yeah.
acting, there are a couple other ladies that we want to
Ooh.
give their
The alley-oop.
Catch it,
to
catch it.
give their just
There
due
it
for the
is.
Golden Globe.
Uh-huh.
You know, so unfortunately, not as many winners, but Davine Joy Randolph, she won. She took home Best Performance for a Female Supporting Actor for the motion picture, The Holdovers. And then the young lady, Ayo Adebre,
Yes.
I believe I'm pronouncing it right. She's an amazing actress as well. She's been having a phenomenal year.
Mhm.
She won for her role in the show The Bear.
I love it.
Did you watch that show?
Yes,
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Amazing. And
Are
then
you kidding
they
me?
did a clean sweep as well. The show
Yes.
won the actor.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't watch
Love
it.
the
didn't watch it?
Bear.
I feel so out of the conversation.
Really?
I felt like it just shifted that way. You're like, you watched it. I'm like,
Yes.
I will say this.
I love her.
I think we can relate to it because there's a lot of
Mhm.
dysfunction surrounding family in the show.
oh man, that's triggering.
It is.
I was gonna say, put your pen down.
Yes.
I'm like, Lord, he had to put his pen down.
That's triggering.
It is very
Okay.
triggering, and there are
Okay.
moments
It is.
in the show where you're just like, man, like first of all, the lead actor, Jeremy Allen White, he's been playing his ass off since Shameless. He did a phenomenal job. He won as well, as he should. But just seeing him really grow and become this character, Carmine, who essentially aspires to be became a chef. For a Michelin chef, correct?
Michelin star
Yes.
chef, yes.
And
absolutely.
then he has to put his dreams on hold to go back to his family restaurant because his brother commits suicide.
Ouch.
So then
Yeah.
him picking up the pieces and feeling that pressure of trying to make this a sustainable restaurant, but then also trying to give it the gourmet experience, but his staff not respecting him. There was a lot. It was a really, really, really well written show.
Yes.
And if you get a chance, it's short, 30-minute episodes, only 2 seasons. I would say watch it.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's very complex. It's very complex
Mhm.
and rich and just yummy. It's yummy.
It is triggering though. I was like, woo,
It is triggering.
okay.
Oh God, it is
woo,
triggering.
This is
Okay.
close to home.
It is. It is.
All right.
But
Sounds
really
to
good.
me.
So
Mhm.
she
Very well
was
written.
his supporting actress in the show. She won. So kudos to her. Like I said, she's having an amazing year. She plays April O'Neil.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So she was the one that won. So kudos to her and super happy about that. And moving on while we're on the topic of movies, because we are at the top of the hour and we have to get to our Healing Wednesdays really quickly. Oprah said to keep her name out your mouth. I'm paraphrasing, but she said there is no drama between her and Taraji. Like everyone is trying to dissect this video of, how Taraji was cold towards her when they were on top of the Empire State Building, when they were doing promo for The Color Purple. She's like, guys, we were tired. We were hungry. It was cold. It's not what you think. Like, I am in full support of my ladies. And as a matter of fact, when I got the call from Taraji about, the trailers and the rides and all of that stuff like that, I was the one that made the changes necessary for them to feel comfortable. So she's like, there's no bad blood between the two of us whatsoever, and let's not make something out of nothing.
Taraji ain't say that. That's Oprah saying that. Taraji didn't say
That is
that.
what Oprah said.
Taraji said we ain't have no cars driving us. We had to drive our own rentals.
Yeah. So riddle me this.
Uh-oh. Grab my cup.
Well, yeah. Because my question is, okay. She responded
Mhm.
after Taraji called. Why did Taraji even have to make that call?
That is true.
There we go.
I mean,
Because
what was the setup to begin with?
Right.
I mean,
why do we even have to be in this position?
Yes, that she has to make a call.
Right. So why,
What was
Oprah? Why
this-
didn't you have this set up?
Why did it set up at the beginning?
Right.
That's my question.
Which further confirms the fact that there was something going on, but
'Cause-
Well, she
I
said
don't
she
know. To
didn't
me-
know, because that was
How
a
do
whole
you
other
not-
half of production.
how do you not know
She
what your
wasn't- she didn't know.
production is?
She didn't know, y'all. She didn't. I'm sorry.
No, boo. Because this is triggering for me. How do you not know?
Yes,
How
I'm
do
triggered.
you not know?
That's what Oprah
You
said.
have been on sets.
Mhm.
You have.
Oprah
this
has
is not.
acted out. How many
Yes.
movies has Oprah done?
This is not new to you.
It's true. That is true.
yes.
I mean, so I don't understand that.
She said she didn't know, y'all, but she made
Okay.
it right.
She probably threw her a couple dollars or something. You had to shut Taraji up because all of a sudden Taraji ain't talking about it no more.
Mhm.
But you was just crying not too long ago on the show. So
If-
Taraji, what happened?
She does have an offer, 50 Cent. He said, look,
am
I
so
fought for
tired of this nigga.
he said he fought for Mary J. Blige, for stars to get what she should be getting. And he said he'll do the same for Taraji. He's like, tell Taraji to call me. I will put her, in one of my series. He said he got big things for 2024 that he's keeping on lock. And if she wants to get paid what, she feels like she should be, come on over to Stars. So
And I don't think he won't get her paid. I think
No,
he
I don't think
will.
that. I don't think that.
But I also want to know, what is Taraji's agent saying in these meetings before we sign at the dotted line? Taraji, you are signing off on this. It's not like you're just going out there acting and you don't know what you're going to make prior to going on that set. If you don't like it, what is the negotiation that's happening? Or are you fearful of somebody moving on to the next actress? Like,
I'm sure there's some of that.
Yeah,
There has to be.
At what point is it not? Do you not feel comfortable getting paid what you're worth? Now,
but you got to know what you're worth.
I was about to say that was my next question. Now, do you know what you're worth?
Do you know your self-worth?
Right. Like, we have yet to hear Angela Bassett speak out about not getting paid what she deserves. Like, so
gotta know your self-worth.
Yeah,
and at some point she must have fixed it, because look, she's getting her coins now. So,
so maybe it's your team. You gotta get the right people around you so to make sure that check is square. Because Taraji now is one of our premier Black actresses.
And she's been there for a while.
Yeah.
And she did a phenomenal job in The Color Purple. I'll say that.
Yes.
I have not watched The Color Purple yet.
I have not. I'm going this weekend.
I will say it was really good. I enjoyed it, and they did keep some of the iconic lines. I was a little disappointed in the table scene, but I do know that this was the musical and not the movie. I was waiting for that table scene, but for majority of the lines that we know and that we recite, they kept it there.
To put that knife.
Yes, yes.
I was going to say, see, there's a certain level of grit to that because, and oh Lord, I'm going to say it. Okay. There's a certain level of grit to that because the lighting of that scene was key. Two, the actresses in that scene had that grit. You could tell Whoopi was over it. You can tell that Oprah had gone through it. You get what I'm saying? These actresses that they have selected for this Color Purple are still polished.
I will say they will surprise you. I thought the same thing. I went into it thinking like young, but they did especially Danielle Brooks, the woman that plays Sophia. She did a hell of a job. She's an amazing singer, and for her to embody Oprah, I don't, because we're so used to Oprah, but she did a good job. She did a hell of a job.
I was like, Jumanji thing. Like Jumanji, the original movie was good. The sequels, the new ones are their own entity. Don't look at it as like Jumanji, a remake. Look at it as a piece of art in itself.
Like a standalone?
A standalone.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, because there was so many similarities to the actual movie. And like you said, the lighting did play a part in this one as well. It's very obvious, very, very obvious when it comes to the lighting. And then just, you can tell they did their research. You can tell they
Fantasia's lip hang like Whoopi's. Because there was that lip hanging scene.
The one thing that did get on my nerves, and God forgive me, because I was like, Fantasia, I'm so tired of this jaw and your lip. And she reminded me of Marlon when he met Wanda on that blind date.
Oh,
Mr.
Lord.
Ugly.
Oh, Lord.
On the living color. And I'm like, I've had enough. But she
did.
did.
Drink to that. Okay.
I did, because I know exactly what you're talking about. And so I'm probably not, I'm going to laugh at that.
Yes. But watch it, because even Coleman Domingo did an amazing job as Mr.
Oh, Mr.
Yes. And David Allen Greer was in it. I said, now look at him doing things.
Does Coleman make you hate him like
Glover made you hate him?
Because Glover, to this day, if he walked through that door, he's Mr. And he just make you hate his black ass. Even when he played other movies, you still was like, Mr. You black butter. Butter. Banging on them girls' knuckles when they trying to hold on to the. Come on, I fixed that mailbox to know if it'd been messed with.
That line was in there.
Like
it was in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We all was Suge. We wanted to cut his neck just like Suge did. Like everybody felt, Miss Silly, looks like we need some sharpening. We all felt that.
It was a moment of tension. Cut him.
I will say,
cut him to the white meat. Cut him.
You will not like him.
Okay.
Do I think that he did better than Danny? No.
I was about to say because
No.
Danny is
Because Danny,
Mr.
yes, you said he was
is.
vile. Like Danny, I literally was like, I want to hurt you.
Mhm.
Coleman, I think, did a very, very, very good job, but I think he was still missing like that
grit.
grittiness. Yes.
Them actors had
You
the
know,
grit in the
that's
original
raw.
one. Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
Yeah.
He came off more as Uncle Creepy than like
Okay.
the dangerous, like, demonic entity that this man is just like literally like, you're evil, so he had some of those same nuances. And I think he did a good job. Absolutely, 100%. Did he do better than Danny? No.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
but
I'm gonna give
overall, I would say go see the movie, go support it. They did a phenomenal job. I definitely bring your tissue because there was a moment when I was like, but Danielle Brooks to me was the absolute star. She killed that shit for Sophia.
Really
Killed it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, we will.
Mhm.
We
Something to
will
look
watch
forward
that.
to. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break.
Mhm.
Everybody gonna re-up on their cup, and then when
Yeah.
we come back, we got some healing to talk about with
Ooh, yes.
the healing consultant because this is Healing
Yes.
Wednesday.
Well, shoot, we've been healing already. Okay.
I almost spit. So what we're going to do is our messy letter. Please stay with us because our messy letter that we usually do, we are going to do the messy letter with the healing consultant, Ms. Barney Spencer, and we are going to get her point of view on some things because these messy letters be a trip.
Yes.
And then we're also going to talk about what you see in front of you here and then what you see up there, which is some of the products from her product line, and have some more fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, this is TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. Stay with us. Quick break. All right. Bye. This is TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. We are back, and I'm Coach Block.
Hey, I'm so fab, and
I'm Varda Spencer, the healing consultant.
Hey,
The
now.
healing consultant. Hey, so we appreciate y'all staying with us because it is time to get messy with the healing consultant,
All
You can
right.
change it back.
aka Auntie V. I'm sorry.
I said you can change it back.
Okay, so then let's
Suck it. Talk
let's
to me.
see what we're talking about.
Let's see what we're talking about.
Let's stay there. Hold on. Let me get this off the screen.
Okay.
Where's it at?
Keep on.
There we go. Let's get that
There
off
we
the
go.
screen. Let's go back and let's talk about this messy letter.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Are y'all ready?
Here we
I'm
go.
ready.
Okay.
Wait, let me
Turn
take a
around
sip.
and get a
Let me take
sip. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm ready, girl. I'm ready.
So-
Come on here.
Messy letter. My baby daddy has too many women.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, that's it.
Okay. I am a 33-year-old woman that has been in a relationship with my son's father for some years now. He has 6 children and one that we do not know if it's his. Now, I have a few baby mamas that I have to deal with and females too from his past that seem to come around and call when they see fit. They even call when it's nothing to do with the kid. I have cut loose all my male friends and don't communicate with no one but my man. Several of these women call, and I have told him I think that it's disrespectful for him to be talking to them. So now when I ask him, have they called or has he seen them? He says no. But I see phone calls from them still, and he answers when they call and say that I'm busy and will call you back. I'm like, WTF. Then he tells me that he says that, and wait, then he tells me that I think she said it twice. Then he tells me that he never calls them back, hoping that they will get the picture and not call anymore. The question I am asking is, should I have male friends as he has female? Or is he not trying to cut ties from these women that are calling him? Because I do believe that if you tell someone to stop calling and be real with them, with it, then unless she has an ulterior motive, then she will continue to call help.
Oh, that's a lot.
She got a little excited at the end because that was a lot.
Well, so let me get this straight. These are his children's mothers.
Some of them.
Some of
the women.
So some of them. I was trying to take notes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
do I need to go through it again?
The ones that
let's brief it one more
it,
time.
yeah.
Let's brief it one more time.
Okay.
Because I got an opinion.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Make sure y'all listening. Okay.
Right, let's
I
go.
lean back and got a drink in my hand. Okay.
It says, I am a 33-year-old woman that has been in a relationship with my son's father for some years now. He has 6 children and one that we do not know if it is his. Now, I have a few baby mamas that I have to deal with and females too from his past that seem to come around and call when they see fit. They even call when it has nothing to do with the kid. I have cut loose all my male friends and don't communicate with no one but my man. Several of these women call and I have told him I think that it's disrespectful for him to be talking to them. So now when I ask him, have they called or has he seen them? He says no. But I see phone calls from them still, and he answers when they call and he says, I'll call you back. I'm like, WTF. Then he says that he never calls them back, hoping that they will get the picture and not call anymore. The question I am asking is, should I have male friends as he has female, or is he not trying to cut ties with these women that are calling them? Because do I believe that if you tell someone to stop calling and be real with them, with it, then unless she has ulterior motive, then she will continue to call help.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you my thoughts.
Let's go ahead and jump in.
Well, number one, because now I'm gonna lean back to the chair because that was a lot to ingest. Number one, in my opinion, why does she cut off all her male friends?
Ooh.
I mean, if they're friends, why is she? I mean, if they're true friends, that's my friend. Why is she doing that? Because that's isolating herself. Number one. Number two. Okay, so let's be real. If he has children by a couple of these women, I would think he wants to communicate with them. Those are his children. And if he's doing his job of being a father, then he has to communicate with those women. I mean, you may not like it, but you signed up for that.
Correct.
So he has to do that.
Correct.
You can't tell him not to do that. Now, the other women, hey, yes, I understand that she would say, yes, I don't want you speaking to them. And him, there's a lot to that. Because, I mean, what's that relationship like?
Right.
I mean,
right.
Yeah.
And from the male point of view, having some kids.
Yes.
If he's not paying child support, he better pick up that damn phone.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to tell you now,
there's some particulars in this.
Yeah, there's some things that, hey, you better pick up that phone because there's a especially with some of these guys out here, they know I better keep her chill. Because if I don't keep her chill, she can make our life hell financially.
That's right.
40%.
Yeah. And he's got 6 kids.
I know.
He's got 6 kids.
He got 6
and a possible.
6 and
a question mark.
So then that conversation line better stay open.
Yeah.
Now the other women I can't co-sign that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I'm saying. I mean, those women, he needs needs to be a conversation because he doesn't need to do that.
Right. And
but the baby's mamas, he probably should communicate with.
Right. And I wrote down male friends, and the reason why I wrote down male friends is because depending on the intention of friend, if he knows both the friend knows both you and your dude and all that, then like I said, what are you cutting them off for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you cut off your male friends. I do believe that is a form of isolation, which is a form of quote unquote abuse because you're now isolating from other people. Dialogue with multiple people is not.
But is she doing it or is he doing it?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, it seems like it was voluntary.
Because he never said, she never put in the letter that he told her to cut off his male friends.
So,
friends.
So
you can make assumptions not based on evidence on that.
So you might have chosen that because that's what you expect from him, and he looking at you like, tell you to do that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't do that. I mean,
her question was the last question was. Like, I know she said she cut.
She said a lot, and I think she was excited because a lot of it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
She says, the question I'm asking is, should I have male friends as he has females friends? That's essentially what she's asking. Because then she goes on another tangent because she says, is he not trying to cut ties from these women that are calling him? Because I do believe that if you tell someone to stop calling and be real with them, then unless they have an ulterior motive, then they will stop calling.
Okay, so.
What does she think the ulterior motive is?
Right.
I mean, what does she think it's sex? Does she think it's the way? I mean,
he can't cut ties with the children's mother.
No,
that's number one.
No, like I said, can't do that.
Can't do that.
No.
In this conversation, he has respected her and said that he has told some of these women, "I'll call you back, talk to you later," or it's not like he's in her face, kiki and all that. So I do see that. But male friends, if you want male friends, if it's not if the friendship is respectful, then I don't see what the problem is.
I don't either.
Yeah,
because I said, why does she not have male friends?
Right.
It seems like now, I do agree. I think maybe this was something where it's like I cut off my male friends to be respectful because maybe you lack the boundaries of being able to say like, hey, this is a friend. Or were there some sort of sexual relationships or that you feel might threaten your relationship? That could be one thing. And then also, when she says like, oh, should I have them? Well, girl, why not?
My answer to that is unequivocally yes.
Yeah. And is it a tit for tat of like, oh, well, now I'm answering my phone for my male friends, or are these like actual male friends? Because I don't know too many, like I've never had a guy that's actually genuinely a male friend disrespect my relationship in any form.
Not.
And I feel like maybe that's what she's thinking these women are doing, because she did say sometimes they will call and it won't be about the child. So,
and she knows this how,
unless he's telling her.
I don't think he's doing that.
I don't know if a whole lot of men will just invite trouble.
No,
I mean, we just go.
We ain't doing that.
Well, I was gonna say most men aren't gonna do that. Now, they're not gonna invite it.
What I will say is this: he has 6 children
and a possible,
and one out there. All right, so
and
if this was spades, this is 6 and a possible. Right?
Another book.
But you had a son with him.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect she knew what she was getting into.
There we go. So I was there, I'm leaning into,
Mm-hmm.
did you have this child because you want to be that one? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, now I got the kids, so now everybody else got to back up. Like, because
I hope not.
You do know y'all a family because there's 6 other children.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you in it.
You're in it.
You're in it.
Deep.
Mm-hmm. deep.
Y'all are a family.
You in it for life.
Hey, but deep. Now I don't understand that. Like, because you knew prior to having your child that there was, I don't know if her son makes 6, but let's say her son makes 6. That means there was 5 other children.
Mm-hmm.
And impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think you were getting yourself into? This man is not clear of strongholds. He's not clear of that. So there's going to be conversations, there's going to be dialogues, and depending on the age of these children, it's going to be that way for quite some time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If any of these children are, 12 or below, they get a little older, they get their own cell phones, you can have your own communication, but any type of major decisions, somebody gets sick, school things.
There has to be conversations.
Yeah, there's conversation.
It's a must. It's a necessity. So, that's something you should think about when you go into these relationships. Because I'm old. Because like I said, this is me being old school, and y'all don't be sending me no hate mail. But so here's the thing: is that when you lay down with somebody, and you got to know who the person is when you do it. Because if you wake up, if you get up and you're pregnant, that's yours. Because you, as a female, it's yours, and you got to roll with that. Now, you got to make better choices about the men that you decide you're gonna lay down with.
Hello,
because I don't know this gentleman,
right?
But I'm sure she knew he had at least 4 or 5 kids,
right?
If hers is the 6th, she knew that going into it.
Correct.
So I don't know what she expects from him.
Right.
So now, if this was your daughter, what would you tell her right now? Say she came to you with those words. What would tell it to her straight?
You know me.
Go on.
Well, you know me. Because number one, I'll be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Make this make sense to me, love button. Because this don't make no sense. This makes no sense. But see, I would have got that before we had the pregnancy. Oh, yeah. I would have nipped that in the bud then.
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh, what the hell?
Right.
What are you doing?
Right.
Because this makes no sense. And if you decide you want to jump over there and jump off the cliff with him, don't come to me with all the rest of this mess. Because I'm gonna say
you've made your decision.
Well, and you knew it.
Right.
Wait, you knew this. You knew how this young man was to begin with. You knew it. He ain't misrepresented himself.
Right.
You sure can't with 5 kids.
No.
Yes. And multiple baby mamas and a possible.
He has never misrepresented himself in this situation.
Correct.
Does not appear. Because I don't care what he's saying. His actions say it all. So you knew if he has any ounce of responsibility, he's going to have conversations with these women. Period. Period. You know that to be a true statement. So you either embrace it and go with him and say, hey, look, I need to know what's going on with these women.
Right.
You talking to him, help me make sense of this stuff. Because I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But I know I want to know.
Right.
Absolutely.
If you up in here.
Absolutely.
Because we ain't doing this.
Right.
Whatever this is.
Right.
So I mean that's real.
Right.
Because we ain't doing this now. I don't know what you're doing, but this ain't it.
Something that you
or
said.
I'm gonna walk. I don't care how this fall down.
Hello.
And goodbye. Because it may be that.
And
hello and good
you
evening.
Said that I feel is important. That I think a lot of younger people do it. Like I see it with the 20s and below. is cutting off and isolating friends. And when you spoke to
Absolutely.
isolation, could
I
you
did.
expand on that for the younger audience of what that actually means when you see a person, male or female, try to isolate you from friends, family, things like that? Like what?
But you know, here's the thing, because are you self-isolating or is he asking you to do that?
Right.
And it sounds like she's self-isolating.
I was gonna say, I have no indication in that that he's doing it.
Right.
I don't see that. I think that's, if it's self-imposed, then there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on.
Right.
You know, because that's a psych class. I mean, you know,
Hello.
that's Psych 101.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I mean, because that's what that is.
Yeah.
That's Psych 101.
Yeah.
And if you've done this to yourself, if you've done it, whether you think it's because he wanted you to do it, whether you think it's something that you've done because you want to, I'm not gonna say hold on to him, because that's not really what it is. But if you've put yourself in that situation, then that's a deeper conversation.
Right.
Because there needs to be some work done on yourself.
Absolutely.
There really does. Because it doesn't sound like he's asking you to do this.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
It doesn't.
You've done that. You've decided on your own to do that, and then you want to impose that on him.
Right.
It doesn't sound like the young man's going for that.
Right.
No, he's keeping it rolling on his side.
And now you're like, well, what do I do? Well, I think this is pretty easy. What you do? You get your friends back.
Right.
You sit down and you have some conversations with your young man.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're gonna stay, then you figure out what this looks like.
Right.
But if you're not, then step the fuck on.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
take you and your child,
Yeah.
and you go on about your business.
Right.
But it's not that difficult.
It ain't that. Yeah, it's not as messy as she's making it seem.
It's not as messy as she makes it seem.
Yeah.
What I have learned in life is that when people start feeling emotions, because emotions will fuck your shit up. Emotions will make a rational person make some irrational decisions.
Ooh,
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
It will make you do it.
Yes.
It will make you do it. Mark my words. And that is, because it makes really simple situations, very clear situations to anybody else looking over. How do you throw that love and like and jealousy and all that mess in there, and it becomes ugly? And some of the most rational people on God's green earth will become incredibly irrational. And what seems to be a black and white issue.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's what always happens. You throw emotion and stuff, and it does get ugly, and it gets messy, and it doesn't have to be.
Right.
It doesn't have to be.
Right.
If you make a logical decision, put your little Dr. Spock hat on.
I know that's right.
Yeah. Because it ain't got to be this way.
No.
Right.
No,
it
it
ain't got
doesn't.
to be this way.
Don't make it overcomplicated.
Don't simplify your life.
Right.
Simplify your life.
Yes.
Yes. And if you need a little help, you can put some drops in there.
Hello.
So we're going to the alley-oop. We're going to the alley-oop. So
if you need a little help,
Yeah.
put some little CBD drops in there, honey, and work it on out.
Hello.
Take your little CBD drops, honey, light
and relax.
little candles. Put on some music and work it out.
Yeah.
There we
And
go.
figure it out, because it's not that hard.
So let me ask you.
Yes, talk to me.
Do you feel like, because like you said, you got
Talk
the
to
wisdom of time. You know what I mean? My mom used to
do.
always say that. Time is my wisdom. I've seen it.
Certainly is.
I got more years, her line used to be, I got more years behind me than I do ahead of me. So do you see us as younger folks simply doing that, overcomplicating life in general?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That and the fact that some have not developed coping skills.
Okay.
They don't have enough
Ooh.
tools in the toolbox.
Okay.
Yikes.
Okay.
It's the truth.
Mm.
It's the truth.
Okay.
Because I came from what they call latchkey kids. I mean,
Mhm.
honey, we were independent. And that's the way you navigated through your life. So you had to develop a skill set, a coping mechanisms. And I think that sometimes that young people haven't developed those the coping skills they need to get through life's decision-making trees.
Got you. Got you.
That's what I think happens.
Okay.
And it's not their fault, you know, all the time. You know, it's sometimes it can be society's fault. It can be our fault. I think it's just a combination. It's very simple to say, oh yeah, you know, it's the kids, you know, they grew up with, you know, technology. Well, you know, I mean, we didn't grow up in the Stone Age. I mean, you know, we weren't, you know, sending out smoke signals.
Right.
I mean, you know, to communicate. So I think that I don't think it's that it, but I also think that you know, they've gone through COVID. They were young. You know, COVID isolated people, but I mean, our technology does play a part in it because you know, you can do everything on the phone. Right. You don't have to have interpersonal conversations or relationship with anybody.
Correct.
You don't have to.
Correct.
I think that I feel my generation was blessed because we did. Because even if you were gonna go whoop somebody's ass, I mean, you had to go and say, "I'm gonna whoop your ass," you know. Right. You know, you gonna meet on the school ground.
Right. Right.
You know,
it wasn't a text message.
No, it was a text message, and it wasn't
an Instagram live.
Thank you.
I had to actually come see you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to come see you ready and prepared. Because either you were gonna get whooped or I was gonna get whooped. It was an either or situation. Right. And we, you know, it was a fight. It wasn't like, you know, pulling out guns and pulling out, you know, no. Because somebody gonna get their ass whooped. But that's just the way it was. Right? But you settled it and it was done. Right. It was done. Right. That same person could be your best friend next week.
And you know what you're saying that working with the young people now in school, a lot of their problems come from things that happened the night prior because they were texting. It was something that somebody said on live, and they come into school ready to fight, like you said, but it's not like they've actually seen each other in the neighborhood and they squashed it. It's, well, we gotta wait till we get to school because we've had this electronic conversation back and forth, which is now misunderstood. Yeah. And they come in first thing ready in the school day to fight. But like you said, it ain't having to come. I gotta come see this dude. Like when I gotta see you, it's a little bit different. I'm not. Some people ain't gonna talk as crazy.
I was gonna say it's always different. It's always different face to face. I'm gonna tell you.
They definitely do, and it drives me nuts to see that. Because then the one thing, this is another funny point. Yeah. Two guys will have arguments, and then they'll put them in my classroom, and then they won't fight no more. No. Because they really ain't about that level of, you know, like, because we joke, because I keep telling them, like, there's no way if I got a problem with this dude, you're going to sit me in the same classroom, and I'm not going to tear this room till I'm going to tear it down.
And is it that serious?
Right. Right. Like,
and that's my thing. It's like, is it really that serious?
It ain't. That when I tell you,
I mean, you know, are they threatening your life? Are they trying to take your life?
No.
You know, I mean, because if they're not trying to take your life, if they just talking shit to you, you know, you're just like, please. Right. What are you talking about? Right. What are you talking about?
Right. Right.
Because that's a generation I came from. I'm like,
whatever.
Please. I mean, what are you talking about?
Whatever.
What are you talking about? Make it make sense. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Correct.
You know, and the whole, you know, she said this about me and, you know, my boyfriend. You don't need to be having a conversation with her. You need to be having a conversation with him.
Ooh, hello?
Because
that's your problem.
That's your problem.
That's your problem.
That's your problem. It ain't her.
Right. Right.
She ain't got nothing to do with this.
So are parents softer now? Is that conversation, do you think, being had? So like this messy letter, like you said, this woman 33 years old.
I know.
With a child.
With a child. So was the conversation not had early enough? Like, are parents softer?
Who's to say? I don't know because I don't know her. But
wait a minute.
I hope they have the conversation now.
Who?
Huh?
The woman in the letter. She's only 2 years younger than me.
Right. But I mean, like, are parents themselves?
So what are you trying to say, Kimberly?
Because I'm like, wait a minute, Mom. No.
Because I'm saying, like,
did you have that conversation with your mom?
We had some really good conversations. Really good conversations.
There was a lot of things that you knew not to even.
Do I need to get a drink?
Man,
Okay, hold on.
Debbie used to set the stage.
Yeah.
So there was no reason to. There was no misunderstandings.
I will say she was easier on me than she was on him.
Uh-huh.
But I
she
get
was
why
harder on him.
I get why she was harder on me though.
Yeah.
I didn't at the time, but I do now because being a man. Damn it, you can't. She would always say, "You can't have no damn wusses out here." Like it's hard out here.
It's hard.
And so, and then being able to see some of the guys I grew up with, friends, things like that, you start to see how people don't have those coping skills, or people don't have that emotional maturity to be able to communicate and things like that, or even be able to talk to other men. Like I see some of my friends or former friends and things like that. They never had the ability to hold themselves in a conversation in a room of other men. It was more so just everybody just chill and get quiet. She didn't play that. Speak your mind,
Oh, absolutely.
and you have a certain level of pride. There was conversation. Then if you didn't do it, she would look at you and ask, "Well, why didn't you do it?"
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like there was always.
Oh, absolutely.
There was always that critical conversation
because you have to stand in your truth, whatever that truth is. And the old adage of, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And so you have to stand in your conviction, whatever that conviction is.
Absolutely.
And you have to be able to at sometimes defend that. And in order for you to do that, you have to be able to develop some skill sets in order for you to navigate through this thing, through this world, this life that you have.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. And even to your point of just having the necessary conversations with certain people, I don't think those conversations are had anymore because, like you said, so many people are having arguments with the wrong people. So in this letter, instead of, this woman saying like, I had a conversation with my man, let's discuss boundaries.
She's asking what she should do.
So here's the thing with that. When people say, because I don't, like I said, I don't know this young woman, and these details are vague at best. However, has anyone thought that if you have a conversation with your man, that maybe this is your man's problem, that maybe your man needs to have those conversations with these women,
absolutely,
and be real and say, look, I can't
boundaries.
I can't do this.
Yes,
I can't do this with you now. Because I'm with her.
Yeah.
I mean, her man can take care of all this. It's really not anything she should really do.
Correct.
If she's truly had that conversation with her man.
Agreed.
Because that's on him.
Exactly. And to your point,
Yeah.
that's how I was raised, where it's like I'm having a conversation with the man and I'm expecting you to fix it. And if you don't, I gotta go.
I got to
And
stay.
that's how I was raised to don't be her quote, don't be effing up nobody else's life because you ain't handling your business.
I got to roll
If
down.
you had because when I moved down here to North Carolina, I was coming off of a divorce. And the first thing she said was, don't be running to North Carolina because your problems are going to run with you. So make sure you handle whatever you need to handle up there first.
That's right.
Then you move, because the only thing that's going to happen is those problems going to just run right down here with you. And so, like, accountability was a huge thing with her. Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Oh,
yeah.
Take
Bean,
it.
she said, "Yay, Auntie B."
Yay, Auntie. I'm sorry, I missed it.
What?
Or one of our friends.
Yes, one of our good friends, Lena. She's in Cleveland. I actually gave her some of my drops.
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Well, she said, "Hey, Auntie B."
Hello. Hello, Lena from Cleveland.
And she's a mental health professional as well.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
then
she
she know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
Because we had a good conversation with one of my friends when we went on vacation, and it was hilarious because he and I always argue back and forth. But I'm like, you know what? She's a professional. Argue with her. She broke his ass down.
Yes. Because sometimes you got to do that. Like Transformers. Break them down. Break them down into their pieces.
I know that's right.
Because, like I said, it's a complicated thing. And like I said, this email is vague at best, but it's so many layers to this. And I mean, the truth is, if you don't want to be bothered with any of this and you want to decrease your stress, then roll bounce.
Hello. With your drops.
Yes, that's what I said. With my drops.
So
as
actually,
I say, peace and hair grease.
I was going to get into that because I'm looking at the clock. So we got to take a quick break.
Okay.
It'll be a quick one. But when we get back from the break, we're going to talk about products and how products can help some of this messiness that we see. And we'll go from there.
All right.
All right.
Sound good.
All right. This is TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. We'll be right back. 3, 2, and 1. It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio, with
So fab.
and our guest,
the healing consultant, Barna.
Yes.
So
Our good correspondent,
we were
Auntie B,
speaking,
honey.
we were speaking about
Yes.
the messy letter, and just we got in it, all deep down in it. You
Like
can
a
listen.
foot in it.
You can listen to the replay on YouTube, because I think you should, because there was some nuggets
Yeah.
dropped.
Absolutely.
There was
Yes.
we
You
was
know?
picking up what you was putting down.
Hey,
Mhm.
like I said, drop it like it's hot, and rent was due
Hello?
yesterday.
Hello.
Better recognize. Yes.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. That tickles me. I don't know why that
Yeah, you
tickles
better
me.
recognize.
Drop it like it's hot, and rent
Drop
is
it like
due
it's hot,
yesterday.
and rent was due
Mhm.
yesterday.
Damn,
You heard her.
That's an
That
old.
is
That's
some
an old
dropping.
saying.
that's some dropping.
Yes.
Speaking of dropping,
Yes.
let's talk about it.
Drop it. It drops.
So, Ms. Varna,
Yes, sir.
tell us a little bit for those that are
Mhm.
new to just watching Healing Wednesdays and
Mhm.
new to you.
Mm.
Tell us about what we have in front of us.
Okay.
My saving grace, honey.
I know that's right.
Let's talk.
'Cause that's
Let me clear
sad.
my throat. Let me clear my throat.
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, I
Mhm.
think what the last 2 seasons
Mhm.
we've talked about the CBD drops,
Yes.
Mhm.
and we've talked about how it can go into anything you
Mhm.
drink.
Mhm.
Morning, it'll carry you from morning to afternoon.
Mhm.
It works fairly quickly, about
Mhm.
15-20 minutes.
Mhm.
Honey, it jump starts your day
Mhm.
and get you set, get your mind right.
Yes.
Baby.
Get your mind right. And I have to say, it will not get you high.
Mm-mm.
So let's make the caveat. It will not get you high.
Mhm.
But yes, honey, it's some good stuff.
All right.
Good stuff in your drink. Any
Yes, ma'am.
drink. I don't care what you're drinking in the morning.
Just go ahead on and dab
Who
it
am
in
I to
there.
judge?
Yeah.
Whatever you're drinking.
Mhm.
Yes.
Put a drop or two in, but now.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
All right.
So that's the drop. So we
Mhm.
start a morning that way.
Yes.
Mhm.
For all of you who New Year's resolution is working out,
Mhm.
God be with you. However, if that's your New Year's resolution
Yes.
and you've decided to do that,
Mhm.
I got something for you.
Okay.
All right. So we've got the roll on
Mhm.
that you can use on those aches and pains before, during, and after.
Mhm.
Because if you have not exercised and this is your New Year's resolution, let's keep it real. You're going to be sore.
Mhm.
So let's do a little roll on. You
Mhm.
can do it before to soothe those little tired, achy muscles.
Absolutely.
All that lactic acid you're going to be trying to,
Mhm.
work out
Mhm.
during your workout sessions.
Mhm.
And I'm going to tell you, the combo with the lotion,
Mhm.
sugar now. You're going to be in it.
So may I ask you, because
Yes.
you have done the work.
I have.
When we applaud the fact that this is something that you've studied personally.
Yeah.
What is the
Mhm.
what are the properties of the hemp that allow the releasing of the tension and all that? Because a lot of people don't understand. They just think it's something you may roll up and smoke. So what are the properties that you
you can,
have with,
but
yeah, I mean,
but not this.
Yeah, let's say not this. What are the properties that are in the lotion and the salve and in the roll-on that help with the muscle tensions?
Well, I think the biggest thing for people is to understand is that it's a plant, and it helps to decrease the anti-inflammatory responses that people have, whether it be to exercise, whether it be to your activities of daily living. We can go into the receptors of ingestibles like the Delta 8 and the CBD. They work in different receptors. CBD1s and CBD2s. CBD1s is the brain. That's what we normally think of when we think of getting high, THC.
Gotcha.
That's where it predominantly works at. Hemp derived CBD doesn't work there. Sorry, y'all, doesn't work there.
That's all right.
It's systemic,
Okay.
which means it's throughout the whole body. So it gives you that overall good feeling. You know, that kind of nice level that you want. You know, there's no peaks and troughs. It's just level. And it's helping enhance what we call the endocannabinoid system that you have in your body. It's that homeostasis, that balance that we're all looking for. It just helps with that.
Gotcha.
And the topicals, that's what it does. It's working on that area. and that area alone. So if you're worried about it going, if you're worried about it going systemically, no.
Okay.
It's just not going to do that.
Okay.
And so that's what it's there for. It's for those aches and pains, and if you've got some joint pain, if you got some muscular pain, that's what the topicals are for.
Gotcha.
That's and it helps with those with the inflammation. It helps kind of calm those nerve endings for you.
Yeah.
So that they're not triggering or firing
Gotcha.
the way they normally, the way they would when you have that pain that you feel.
Speaking of firing, just something that I thought about because my dad suffered from neuropathy. Because he would always say there was a firing off of the nerve endings in his feet.
Yeah.
Would this be something that could help a diabetic? I mean, I don't know for sure, but is it something that they would try?
They're still doing, yes. Yeah, yes, they can try it. Yes. And it depends on where they are in that diabetic neuropathy scope. But yes, you definitely can. It definitely, the great thing about CBD, just in general, is that it is it's helping in so many areas. And the research is just blowing up.
Gotcha.
It really is.
Okay.
I mean, I think just a couple of days ago, on national television, they discussed the fact that people who use CBD are having better workouts. They're reporting better workouts. They're reporting not having the dread of working out, that they feel good before, during, and after. Now I say CBD because they're not smoking THC and trying to get on a treadmill. That's not what's going on.
Nobody said get blowed and jump on a treadmill. We ain't saying that.
Because now we talking about a different kind of pain.
Right.
If you fall off that treadmill.
Hello.
So that's not what we talking about.
Hello.
But this, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because now it's coming to the national forefront that there are so many benefits to using CBD. And I thought it was wonderful because, now we're discovering it helps not just with PTSD, which is the THC in it, but people are reporting just a natural, just kind of balance through their lives, so that when things are coming at them, when situations come at them, like I said, that young lady needs some CBD.
Hello. Don't she?
to figure out. Well, to don't be stressing over this.
Hello.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That young lady needs some drops.
Hello.
And some gummies.
Yes.
Some CBD gummies and some Delta 8 for the afternoon, boo-boo.
Hello.
That's what you need. Honey, look, the healing consultant. Look it up, boo-boo. Honey, help me help you.
I know
that's what I'm
right.
saying. I mean, help me help you.
Hello.
Help me help you.
Yes.
But yes, because that's what you need. You need just some calming, and that's what my products do. And I even, honey, have some herbal tea that'll just hit it just right.
Yeah.
Take yourself a Delta 8, honey.
Yeah.
With some tea. And just let it go.
Just let it ease on past.
Let it ease on past, honey. Next thing you know, it's gonna be in the morning.
I know that's right.
In the morning.
I know that's
well, you're gonna take your drops. You're gonna take yourself a little gummy. Take your drops first in your drink. Take your little gummy, honey, because it's gonna kick in about an hour and a half, 2 hours later. Get yourself going. If you go into the gym on those wonderful New Year's resolutions that we all have, honey.
Yes.
Good luck to you, boo-boos. Honey, put yourself a roll-on in your gym bag, honey. I got some salve for you. And honey, it's wonderful for your skin. Rub it in, rub it in. Yes. And honey, the lotion is spa-like.
Listen, that lotion.
It's yummy.
That lotion. You just take it to a completely different level.
Yes. Just yummy, isn't it? Yes. We're going to have another show about what you can do about the lotion.
We're going to have a show about the lotion.
Yes, we are.
Yes. But I will say, your drops. This is my go-to because these drops have saved a lot of lives and a lot of people from getting cussed out.
I'm saving lives.
Listen,
one drop at a time.
One drop at a time.
I'm saving lives. Saving lives, honey. Ooh,
on
I
the
should be getting
muscles,
some thank you cards from folks.
And should.
Yes.
My whole entire team needs to be thanking you.
on
Thank
the
thee.
muscular side,
Mhm.
I am a advocate for the salve and the roll on. That is
Yes.
a consistent, especially on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
That is at least 2 to 3 times in the week. So
Yes,
that's
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, at least, and that's only
Yes.
because if I get home and I'm not too tired. But
Yeah.
if I have some time after I get lotion down and everything, go ahead and.
But you can use it every
You
day.
need to take your drops before you go into work so you can do it with them babies.
Yeah, I do,
Mhm.
because I get tired of other people's kids.
Honey.
Other people's kids, I done had enough of
Get
them.
your drops and your
Mhm.
CBD
So
and be like, whatever,
Yeah,
y'all.
so you can deal with Bebe's kids.
Baby and them. And
They don't know. Don't
Yes.
nobody know who
Right.
Bebe's kids are.
And them, because it's enough of them.
Mhm.
But so then with the products,
Yeah.
how do we get them?
Thehealingconsultant.com,
There
honey.
it is. There it is.
Yes,
There it is.
thehealingconsultant.com. I am here. And if
Mhm.
you have some questions about, your specific health concerns and health needs and medications and interactions, then please, because that's a consultation.
Gotcha.
So email me through the website and we can talk and get together about your specific needs. Because people do, people ask the questions about, if you're diabetic, can you do this? Or if you have hypertension, can you do this? Or, exactly. I mean, people have, I'm taking this, I'm taking that. And those are of course valid questions, but those aren't answered on just on the website, because those are specific to you. And those are unique to you.
So your tagline,
Uh-huh.
pain shouldn't be permanent.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Well, because I don't think it should.
Mm-mm.
I think I've, for people who have been able to follow us the first and second year, you know my struggle, you know my pain situation.
Yes, ma'am.
And for people out there that are just trying to find some relief, and we're not talking just physical, we're talking emotional too. And I think we all need a little bit of help. And you shouldn't suffer through it all the time.
Correct.
24/7. It just shouldn't be. And so if my products and I can help just a little bit ease that off, then I mean it should, then why not?
Right.
It should, that's what it's about.
Right.
That's what the tagline is about, because it shouldn't be permanent.
Right.
Because my God, going through your life with just with little to no pleasure, joy, happiness, it just ain't right.
Right.
It's just not right.
Right. And so while taking the CBD,
yes,
if you can just explain like the feeling, because some people are like, so what am I supposed to be feeling? You ever have that question? Like,
You're
so
supposed,
what am I supposed to
okay,
feel?
so here's the thing, is that, as I've always said, if you think that you're going to be high, then you're not doing the wrong thing. You want cannabis.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Because it's a high THC level. That's what you're looking for. And that's not what this is.
Right.
This is CBD, hemp-derived CBD. So we're talking balance. We're talking a holistic wellness. That's what we're looking at here. So when you ask how you're supposed to feel, you're supposed to feel balanced, level. You're not supposed to feel, this all artificial high or this low. You're not. You're supposed to be able to feel like, okay, when shit's coming your way and people throwing stuff at you and just that, you're like, yeah, okay,
I got it.
yeah, I'm good, I'm cool, and that's the way you're supposed to handle it or deal with it.
Gotcha.
It's not. That's the way you're supposed to feel.
Right.
You're supposed to feel like, yeah, okay,
Absolutely.
let me, I'll deal with it.
Yes.
But it's not the stress and the
I was
anxiety.
about to say, so what we're looking at
Yes.
is this is easing anxiety.
Yes.
So that
absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
So don't be looking for no trip.
No.
You're looking to ease
and
the
you know what?
anxiety.
Do you really want that at work?
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you
Exactly.
do you really want that?
No.
Right.
I mean, because I don't think you want to do
No.
throughout your day that way.
No, definitely not.
No,
Definitely
I don't
not.
think you want to deal with your day that way.
Right.
I don't.
No, because
You
then
know?
you also know with that eventually there is going to be a crash, a
Right.
down,
Yes.
and now you got to get back up again.
And your problems are still there.
Yeah.
But like you said, at least we're creating balance to where you are coherent and you're able to deal with what is currently happening instead of trying to push it out of your mind.
Important thing.
You know,
that was the important thing for me is that I had to find to find a balance in my life. I had to find something that worked for me because it wasn't going away. Things weren't going away, and so you have to learn to deal with them. You have to deal those coping skills that we talked about earlier. You have to do that, and in order to do that, you have to have your mind
absolutely
set.
Right.
You have to.
Yes.
And that was the beginning of it all.
Yes.
That was the beginning of it all.
Yes.
And I thought, well, shit, it works for me. With all the stuff I was dealing with in my life, it worked for me. So I figured, well, shit, if it works, I mean, because I'm a healthcare provider. I mean, I was schooled in Western medicine. I mean, and this was completely and utterly had, according to them, had no therapeutic value whatsoever.
Right.
And then for it to work in my stressful times in my life, and for it to work on a level that I could take the hits,
yes,
and deal with them. And I was like, well, yeah, this ain't fun.
Right.
I still feel it, but I can deal with it. And that's what it is.
And that's what we need.
That's what it is.
That is exactly what we need because so many people are trying to medicate so they want to feel numb.
Yeah.
And this does not make you feel numb. And then you're not handling business accordingly. So then therefore, like we said, those problems are coming right back to you.
They haven't
and it's
left.
like, well, no, I want to be numb again. Well, nothing's changing.
Nothing's changed. And it hasn't left.
Yes.
It hasn't left and you haven't dealt with anything. It hasn't left and you haven't dealt with anything.
Absolutely.
And you have to have a clear mind.
Yes.
In order to make decisions in your life.
Correct.
Yes.
But you don't have to be anxious about it.
Yes.
Right.
You don't have to do that.
Because let's talk about it because anxiety and stress kills. We know stress wears and tears on your mental, your physical, all of that.
Oh, absolutely.
And
it will tear you down and spit you out
to absolutely nothing.
Yeah, to worse than nothing.
Yes.
To really worse than nothing. To have you thinking maybe I need to
I should
reevaluate this. Maybe I don't want to be here.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then you've gone to a point that you really do need professional help.
Absolutely.
But don't ask.
Right.
Right. And so that makes a difference.
Yes.
That makes a difference.
And before we get there, let's stop and take a moment and pause and get your drops.
Yes. Take care of yourself.
I'm telling y'all, these drops.
Take care of yourself.
Yes.
You have to. And that's what this is all about.
Yes.
My product's about you taking care of yourself. Fill your cup up. And then you can overflow.
Absolutely.
And then you can give to everyone else in your life that you care so much about. But if you're not full, and if you don't know how, and if you're not taking care of yourself, then you can't give.
Not at all.
I have a friend who posted on Facebook just yesterday. Everybody else has done just about what they wanted to do, and I've helped them. It's my time now.
It has to be your time.
Yeah.
And get your drops while you're doing it.
Get your drops. Honey, I got candles. Get yourself some candles. Honey, I even got a playlist for you.
Yes.
Do it because you deserve it.
Absolutely.
You deserve it. You deserve to get up in the morning. What was that? Oh my God, the actress that said, you get yourself together. You look in that mirror and you say,
Jennifer Lewis. Yes.
Damn, I'm
yes.
That's what you need to do every morning.
I love Jennifer.
Yes, because what you say, I'm a sexy bitch.
Yes.
Like, yes, Jennifer.
Yes. Damn, I look good today.
Did you see her story when she said, I was with my ex and we were driving down the road and I seen a tree. It was a beautiful tree. The tree was pink. And she was like, how often do you see a pink tree? And she said, I'm driving, or he's driving, I'm in the window. And I said, oh, that's a beautiful tree. And he says, you say that to all the trees. And she was like, I thought, now what the fuck is wrong with you? Now you gotta go. She said, nigga, don't those help us breathe?
Yes. Because now I'm worried about
I love Jennifer Lewis, boy.
I'm worried about you. Yes.
Did you read her memoir?
I did not.
You should.
Okay.
I actually get the Audible because she's actually narrating it.
Oh, is she?
Hilarious.
Yeah,
hilarious.
I love
But
her.
it's a true statement.
Yeah.
You know, get up in the morning, take care of
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Honey, drink my awakening tea. Put some drops in there. Look at yourself
your
and
CBD.
say, damn,
Right.
I'm fine today.
I know that's right.
Today I'm exceptional.
Yeah.
I am loving this. Drop it, honey, and take your ass on to work. I mean, hello. Walk up in there, ain't nobody hitting this
I know
today.
that's right.
You know? No, it's a complete sentence.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
And go on about your business. Let that stuff ping off of you.
Absolutely. And keep it right on
And keep it
moving.
rolling, keep it moving.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yes,
That's
that's what you, because you deserve it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You deserve it.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Every
for
person
those of you
deserves
out there who are watching, you can be a non-believer all you want. I'm gonna tell you right now, someone who suffers from anxiety and who has a very, very short temper. Yeah, very short temper. These drops have helped me so much. And I was one of those people where I was like, Miss B, these ain't
I
gonna do
know,
nothing for
honey.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, they ain't gonna do nothing
when
for
we
me.
first met, she was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, okay, boo."
Okay. Next thing I know, I said,
Mm.
drop. And before I knew it, like you said, everything's
Yeah.
coming left and right. I'm
Because
like,
I was like, "Girl, take some drops."
yes,
I can't remember what was going on, but I was like, "Here,
drop it in your water.
do something." Girl, do something. Let me help you. Do something here, girlfriend.
Right, get it together.
What is going on? What is going on?
Right.
What
Right.
is going
Yes,
on?
because relax all of this.
I know.
Right.
You know,
What's
and
going
like
on?
you said, before you get to the
Woosah.
point where I have to, get some sort of prescribed medication, try this 1st.
Mhm.
Try it first.
Yeah.
I mean, because what's the harm? Okay, well, I don't like it, or it's not what I needed.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, well, then we move on.
Ah.
But try it first, especially if, for those of you who like ashwagandha,
Yeah.
things like that.
Mhm.
To me, it kind of gave me the same effects of just like, okay, I'm chill. I got this.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
And that's what it's for.
Mhm.
It's for the I got it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And the
Mhm.
Delta 8 helped me sleep. So
Yes.
you're talking to a person who I
Woo.
don't sleep well.
Uh-huh.
I'm up, 2
Mhm.
hours up, 3 hours
Mhm.
up. So when I need that, and I know it's going to be one of those nights, I hit the Delta 8 coming,
Mhm.
and I can sleep through the night. I try to make sure I take it early enough.
Yes.
You know what I
Take
mean?
it, you should. You should
Mhm.
take at least a couple of hours before
Yeah,
you're ready to go to bed.
yeah,
Mhm.
Because it eases you into the night.
right,
Mhm.
right.
You know?
Yeah,
It's
and
it's
it's
not
a
this
good
sudden
sleep.
whoosh.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
It's a nice, relaxing sleep.
Yeah.
And the
And you don't
reason
have
why I
that
try to
hangover
make sure I take it early enough so I can enjoy the entire sleep, because ain't nothing
Yes.
worse than hearing that alarm.
Mhm.
I know.
You ain't had that full sleep, and it feels
Mhm.
so good to you. But
Yeah.
so the siblings, the Sibs, we
Mhm.
are not just working with Miss Varna because it's just like, oh well, she's cool and she's funny. No, we actually use the
Yes.
products.
Yes.
And so what you see in front, we use. And we eventually we got to put the soap up there because we've used the soap as well.
Mhm.
Oh,
So, yes.
okay. So what'd you think?
I enjoyed the soap a
Yes.
lot.
Did you?
Yes,
Yes.
I did.
Oh.
I did. There's something about like that once you rinse,
Right.
and that smell that just comes in, you just
Mhm.
feel nice and
Yes,
relaxed.
relaxed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That calming.
It was
Mhm.
calming.
It
Exactly.
is. Yeah. Yes, it does.
So
It's
eventually we're gonna have to put that up
Mm.
there as well.
Because then you
Mm.
follow it up with what?
That
the
lotion.
lotion.
Yeah.
The lotion.
Yeah. And
telling
and share if you need to.
Hello.
And good evening.
Hello.
Because it could be a very good evening.
Right. And good night.
And good night. Or maybe not good night. Maybe just all night.
Now see,
Maybe just all night. We
we
don't
gon-
know.
We taking a
Yeah.
break. Auntie B. We ta-
Just all night. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all ain't something wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It could be all night.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. And right into
Yeah.
the morning. Drop
That's
it.
right. And carry on. Carry on, honey. Get yourself some drops. Get yourself some drops. Make yourself some tea and say hello.
Hello.
Right.
Hello, gorgeous. Say hello. Say, that was good to know. Damn, I showed up.
That's our Auntie V.
That's Auntie V.
Y'all better act like
Go
you know.
to work with a pep in your step.
Hello.
Mm.
Hello.
Yes.
And you all loose and everything. All
Yes.
right. Y'all better act like
Yes,
y'all know.
honey. You can even hit the gym
Mhm.
with the roll on.
Feeling good.
I'm feeling good today.
Feeling
Yes.
good. Feel
Yes.
good. Feel great.
Feeling good today.
Maybe
Let
you
me
wouldn't
rub
be
it.
one of these women.
Yes,
in
let me
the
just-
stories.
Yeah, then you wouldn't
All
be
over.
writing these messy letters.
Yes. Honey, she needs some drops.
So Miss Auntie V, now
Yes.
I'm gonna say Miss Varner. Auntie
Mhm.
V, we sticking
Yeah.
with Auntie V. Auntie
Okay.
V, tell everybody how they can get to the product and get to you.
Mhm.
Oh, yes. Well, honey, you can get to the product at thehealingconsultant.com.
Mhm.
You can get to me through the website. It's V Spencer at thehealingconsultant.com for
Mhm.
any questions that you may have.
Mhm.
Or if you decide that you want to further the conversation and get a consultation with me.
Cool.
It's on the website. It's all on the website. But I have to say, of course, follow me
Mhm.
on
Yes.
Instagram, The
Mhm.
Healing CBD, my Facebook.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Yes. And just, honey, just join the party.
Mm-hmm.
Join the party
Join the
over
party.
here.
Sounds
Mhm.
good.
Join it, honey.
All
Because
right.
pain shouldn't be permanent.
It
It
should
shouldn't.
not. And it
It
better
shouldn't.
not be.
I hope not, honey. I hope not for
It better
you,
not
for
be.
your sake,
Yeah.
honey.
Mhm.
Come on over to the
And
tribe.
a huge announcement for
Yeah.
those of you in the Raleigh-Durham Triangle area.
Mhm.
Ms. V is actually going to be speaking at the Mind, Body, and Spirit conference that's happening in the latter part of
Yes.
February.
Yes.
It
So,
is.
for those of
Mm.
you who are looking to get close up on the product, ask
Mhm.
questions, even
Mhm.
though we have this platform here, just meet her in person. She's doing a full-on hour where she's discussing the benefits of CBD, and she will also be vending, so you can get your product there as well.
Oh, yes, honey.
Boom.
Bookie boo. Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
Y'all better get
Snaps.
with it.
Yeah.
You better come on. It's a new year.
Hello.
New year, new you.
Boom.
Thank thing.
There we go. So we'll be back with more with Auntie V, SoFat Kim, and Coach Block. TDS Radio, Healing Wednesday. I like the new turn of Healing Wednesday right now. I like our new Healing Wednesday.
Yes,
We're gonna
honey.
keep this up
We
for
gotta
next
keep
week.
it up.
All right.
Mhm.
We'll be back
It's us.
in a minute. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture.
When I was little, I had like a little stuttering problem. Yeah, I could never get on the school bus in the morning. It'd be like, excuse me, is this the school bus? Bus driver look at me and drive off.
When we couldn't afford no Halloween costumes, 8 kids.
Oh yeah, they're great storytellers.
This is TDS Radio, our voice, our culture, and we've been here. Well, first of all, I'm Coach Block for anybody who may not know, and this is
So fun.
we're siblings. Anyway, and we are here with
The healing consultant, Barna Spencer.
absolutely enjoying this good day.
We are.
Now, before we get up out of here, because we've been cutting up and all that stuff, and we had the messy letter and all that. And if you want to see and replay anything that you've seen today, all you got to do is go to our YouTube page. Our YouTube page is TDS Media, and then also our Facebook, Instagram. You can go there and see it, and that will be just TDS Radio. And then for all of Miss Varna's segment, all you have to do is go to
The healing consultant,
and we will have everything there for you from today's episode of Silliness and Sales. Buy
That's right.
something.
Let's do silly sales.
Yeah,
silliness and sales.
Silliness and sales.
What's some real?
Gotta have some
We
fun
keeping
with
it
it.
real.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is reality. Like,
Yes.
this is reality.
That's what we're doing for 2024.
That's it. Keeping it real.
Keeping it
And
real.
support a
Keeping it
small
real.
business.
And
Hello?
please support small business and entrepreneurs because this, we're not going to go there, but we did it last time we was on. This shit
Yes.
ain't easy.
It's not.
It ain't easy. So
It ain't
anytime
easy.
you see somebody out here trying to do something, it's just a little support.
Oh,
Even if you
yeah.
can't purchase something, a like or a share
Yes.
goes a far way.
Absolutely.
Or a referral.
Or a
Or
referral.
a referral.
Or a
Yes,
referral.
absolutely.
Like you do not necessarily have to purchase something, but just pass the message along.
Absolutely.
Cost you nothing.
Don't
Absolutely
do nothing.
So
Don't be a hater in 2020.
yeah, no hating in 2024. man.
No hating.
You can choose to not say
No.
nothing at all, but
Yes.
please, no hating.
No
All
hate.
right, no hating.
No hate.
Speaking
Let
of
it go.
hating, we are going to talk about no cap. No cap for the young people, or for the people who may not know. Stop the cap is when somebody's just out and out, just wrong. Like they done did something wild or any of that. And I think it's funny because I love comedy. And I'll go to an improv, and it doesn't even have to be somebody who is a named comic, because sometimes you'll find some gems just on open mic night. But the one thing that I do appreciate is people who take time with their jokes. But we all were talking about Steve and Cat Williams and all that, and Steve taking people's jokes and all that. So what I have here is some evidence of Steve just blatantly taking Mark Curry's jokes. Now, I like Mark Curry. I actually seen Mark Curry when he came to my college.
Oh, really?
He came to Duquesne University and he performed for the college kids.
I heard he's a nice guy.
When I tell you he was the coolest dude ever.
Really?
Like when his whole set was over, he just sat on the stage and was like, man, I'm in front of some black college students. So let's just talk. Literally, that was what he said. Like, let's just talk.
That's what's up.
So we
That
just
is
sat
what's
there
up.
and talked.
Given.
And then he was like funny because he was like, but first, where's the weed? Like, where can we go smoke and let's go talk? And literally, that's what we did. Like everybody, and he was cool. Another comic that was like that when I seen him live was Dave Chappelle before he got big. When he was doing improv shows. Myself and a friend of mine, we actually got on his tour bus. And what was he doing in there? Smoking and chilling and talking.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
And so that's why, here's my little tidbit. If you go to a comedy show, always go to the last show. That's when you get the most from the comic, because at that time they don't have no clock. They're not worried about the next show. And most of the time that's the silliest because their drinks kicked in or whatever they do. And they just looking to have a good time.
Yes.
Usually that first show is dry. By the time they get to that last show, they are just letting it all loose.
And we'll do a lot of crowd work.
Yes.
They
So
open.
that's my little tidbit of information.
Yes.
But let's talk
I
about
agree.
stealing ass Steve. So Mark Curry said on a show, I forgot the name of the show that Mark Curry was on. Who's
Hang
the
with
guy?
Mr. Cooper?
Huh?
Not hang with Mr. Cooper.
No, Mark
that-
Curry.
he had
Well,
that
that is
show.
his show,
That's
but
his
Mark
show,
Curry was
originally.
interviewed by the guy who met his wife on Steve Harvey's show. Black guy. He's famous. I forgot his name, but he was on. Mark Curry was on this show, and he said, "Hey, man, y'all don't even realize Steve did my whole bit about Halloween on his show, and somebody called me, and I had to address it." And so I found the footage.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna play this.
Okay.
Steve stole the joke.
Evidence.
Y'all ready to hear it?
We couldn't
Here
afford
we
no
go.
Halloween costumes. Hey, kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us.
But I've seen this.
We didn't know what we were.
I don't know what we are. I don't know. She didn't tell her. I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know.
You've heard me say that every Halloween I had the same outfit on. Every year. I just had a brown box. No, it wasn't nothing sad. I asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. And it was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
So this was recently that he stole the joke.
Yeah, that was
he's
during,
bald.
That was during his Steve Harvey when he had that TV show.
Oh.
And so you dug deep because that Mark Cooper stand up, as you can see, was quite some time ago.
Right?
Yeah, that would look like it was in the 90s.
Yeah, that was
so you went back and stole it, and they called Mark Cooper and told him like, hey man, Steve stole your whole bit on his show. So he said he addressed him at the Def Jam 25th anniversary. And the guy was trying to probe and say, like, well, what did you say to him? He's like, no, I asked Steve. And he said, well, why were you mad? He said, well, I'm mad because, Steve, you made it.
Right.
You ain't got to steal my bit.
No,
like
you can have writers on top of writers on top of writers.
He said, man, you made it. Why would you steal my stuff? And then he was also upset because he said, if you do take it, at least you could have called me.
Right.
You could have called me and said, give me my props. Say, hey man, that was a good joke.
Could have freaking paid him.
Yeah, you could have paid him for it.
I mean,
right. So you could have paid him for his joke.
and then pay.
So you stole the man's joke and then tried to think it was going to ride. And Mark Curry, being from Oakland, did not allow that to ride with Steve.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I got another one on Stop the Cap. And everybody knows, I have not met a person who doesn't like Bernie Mac.
Right.
I have not met a person
I haven't either.
who has not liked the Mac.
And even that, if you don't like his stand-up, you love the show.
The show the show was great.
Yeah.
And I do believe that Steve and those guys hated on him because they did have an argument about, and I remember D.L. Hewley telling the story. They had an argument about who was supposed to close. So the reason why in the Kings of Comedy, Steve was the host was because he got the opportunity to tell jokes throughout the show because he could not handle Bernie going last.
Because Bernie was better.
Bernie
at it
was
than
the show,
was.
right?
Because people went to see Bernie,
right? Right.
Let's keep it.
That's
real.
what you waiting for Bernie.
You waiting for Bernie. You ain't waiting for Steve.
No.
And someone said, if you pay attention, if you watch it again, pay attention to the crowd and their interaction for each comic that came on stage.
Yeah.
And Bernie got the best.
Well, the first thing Bernie said is, "Here I am, motherfuckers."
Yeah. Because that's what they've been waiting for.
That's what you've been waiting for all night. That's
what
what.
you've been
So
waiting for.
that's where Steve. The agreement, according to D.L. Hewley, the agreement was Steve would just go throughout, and bring everybody out. And like DL said, I knew to get my shit done and out the way because I couldn't hold a candle to Bernie anyway. So let me go get off the stage, pay me my money, and then everybody just move on.
Yes, let's keep it moving.
Because he knew what the deal was.
Yeah. So with that being said, though, even our beloved Mac Man was not above nabbing a joke. And so we found some footage of Bernie Mac nabbing a joke. Would you like to hear it? Here it go.
When I was little, I had like a little stuttering problem. Yeah, I could never get on the school bus in the morning. It'd be like, excuse me, is this the school bus? Bus driver look at me and drive off. So I told my mom, I said, Mommy, did you know? My mother said, I know, stop spitting on me, boy. I know, don't spit on me no more. So the next day, we went to the bus stop, and my mom said, boy, go ask that bus driver what you normally ask him. Like, hurry up now. So I did, I said, excuse me, is this the... He's ready to close the doors again. My mother jumped away and said, hey!
Black son of a bitch! What's your damn problem? Deny my son his education. Bus driver jumped off the bus and said, hey. He was teasing me.
So the Mac Man actually stole that joke from a kid who performed it at the Apollo. But here's what I will say about Mac and how he took the joke. He said, my sister's son. So he was telling the story the same way the boy was telling the story, but he was telling it from him observing as uncle.
Yeah, like a third person.
Yeah, third person.
Mhm.
And the boy was telling it from first person. And Bernie added his twist to it to take the joke over the top. But when I did my next piece of research, allegedly, Bernie paid him for that joke.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, well, see,
that's what I'm talking about.
So Bernie paid him for that joke,
That's
which
what I'm talking about.
is that is the legend. So when you go back and look, I was trying to find the young man's name to see if he's still even a comic right now. But when you go back and look at the stories and you try to dig, it does say that Bernie Mac paid him.
And as you should.
As
for
it
that
should
for
be.
that joke. So
As you should.
unlike Steve
I
Stilling,
was gonna say, did Steve pay?
yeah. So unlike Steve Stilling, Mark Curry stuff and getting approached, the Mac man actually paid the young man for his joke. So
And I could see him doing something like that.
I can
Like,
too.
He seems like a stand-up guy to be like, you know what?
Here,
I like
kid.
your joke. Here.
Yeah, here, kid. Here, kid.
Yes, I mean that's the way it should be.
It should be.
Well,
that
actually,
way.
you should ask, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, come up with a contractual agreement.
Yeah. So there is some validity to Mr. Cat Williams, who said they all do it, and that the kings of comedy, the couple of them were frauds. Because if you go, we don't have the actual video, but if you go look at the joke that Cat Williams says Cedric stole, everything down to the body posture
You
is
ain't
the
lying.
same.
It's the same.
It's the same. And
Yeah.
so, in that situation, like Cat was saying at that time, the biggest problem he had was you guys seen me and didn't even say anything. You just took my stuff as if I wasn't a up and coming comic as well. And you performed it in front of millions of people. Nobody ever gave me my credit for my joke.
Absolutely.
And that's messed up. So you can't. And then did you also hear there's another one for Steve Harvey for Stop the Cap. Did you hear what? Now I do remember when Cat Williams and Steve Harvey was beefing. There was it wasn't King of Comedy. It was called like a comedy challenge or something like that. And I remember watching it because Cat Williams was on a circular stage and he was walking around and he shredded Steve Harvey that day about him having a wig, about him not being that funny. He shredded him on stage. It happened in Detroit. He shredded him on the stage. And actually, you can stream that. I don't think it's on Tubi, but I know it's somewhere to be streamed. And this was right after Steve got off the stage. Here's why. Earlier that day, and I found the story of Cat Williams saying it. It's just I don't feel like playing all these videos. Cat Williams' kids, the adopted ones, seen Steve Harvey and asked for an autograph. And Steve told them he couldn't do it right now.
Yeah.
And he said, those was my kids. Like, we're comics. He was like, that would be like two football players on the same team and you bring your kids in the locker room and then you don't give those kids an autograph. He said, so ever since then, he's been at his throat because you treated the kids wrong. And this story was confirmed by Uncle Elroy, DC Curry, which I think DC Curry is hilarious. Who lives in North Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yes. Gerald GK, one of the guys I coach with, is actually good friends with his daughter.
Oh, okay.
And he lives in North Carolina, but he did confirm that story. He was on a podcast and he said Cat Williams' beef started when Steve Harvey played off his kids. He said we probably wouldn't even be here if he never treated his kids that way.
Yeah, you must have folks
and
kids,
rightfully
honey.
so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we need people to just keep it 100. And Cat's clearly going to keep it 100. And it was beautiful marketing because the moment he did that interview,
he dropped his tour
dates.
Yes.
And tickets are selling out.
Have sold out. I think here. I think they're sold out.
They
Are
are.
they?
I think
so.
they are. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's doing the PNC Arena. I was like, sheesh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did you hear that part? He
What?
doesn't do improvs. He doesn't do the smaller. He only does
Large
arenas.
arenas.
And so what he said was his jokes become more organic because he doesn't take the time to go through the improv circuit to perfect it.
No.
When you hear his jokes, that is just him. When he writes, boom, he's going out on the stage and performing.
Well, and he's mastered his craft.
Right.
So why?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's done that.
Yeah. He doesn't have
He's
to do
been there,
it.
done that. Got the t-shirt. So, so he's good.
Yeah.
And once again, good marketing strategy for him because I know Shay's been trying to get Cat Williams on the show, but it's like, now I'm going to do it because then now I'm going to drop my tour because I didn't drop all this stuff and y'all going to want to hear more and boom. Sure
Which
enough.
is why I side out of the slap with Chris Rock. I side at that because right after Chris got slapped, he dropped his tour dates and they all sold out.
Yeah.
Right after, like literally, I'm talking about he got slapped 2 days later, tour dates. And so and then these guys, all these guys know each other.
Yeah.
And we all know Will is a tremendous actor.
Absolutely.
And that's the one thing that I was saying, like everybody involved in there are great actors. You know what I mean? And even when you heard the jokes by Dave Chappelle's new stand-up, it still didn't sound like Chris was mad. You know what I'm saying? Like when he said, I'm the only person he would answer the phone for. And the first thing I asked him was, did it hurt? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like these guys work together in this because it keeps money in everybody's pocket. Now I don't know, because Jada's a different story. I don't want to get into, that's a different topic because it might have been because we, her and Will got their thing, but
she needs some drops. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, girl.
Girlfriend needs some drops.
You need some drops, and some Delta 8.
Speaking of acting, Speaking of acting, I know some people were questioning Jonathan Majors in his recent interview when he sat down with ABC.
He is the king of Stop the Cap. How do you call or say that Megan Good is your Coretta Scott King in the situation that he's in?
She did say that.
How do you say that? Now.
So I watched the entire interview. It wasn't that long. It was probably like 17 minutes. Something like that. Yeah, it wasn't that long at all.
Why do people keep running to the Good Morning? Like that's the same thing R. Kelly did. I wouldn't have did it just because R. Kelly did it because he looked stupid after that interview.
Really stupid. But he does go into details about that night and what happened and what the driver said and how he didn't think that the verdict was going to come down the way that it is, which it wasn't so much of what he did, it's just the intention of what he did. That's why he's in trouble. So he could be facing up to a year, but they're saying that might not even happen. They did ask him about his career and did he feel like is it going to be ruined? And he's like, I hope not, which I don't think it is. I really don't.
He's
think
done with Marvel.
Yeah, he's done with Marvel.
That's the big check.
And they mentioned that he was like, it literally happened that same hour once the verdict came. Well, once they discussed what happened with him.
That's the big check.
That's a biggie.
And he explained the whole Coretta situation.
Yeah.
So he was saying that when he was talking to his girlfriend Jabari, the young lady that accused him of the assault, that he was saying that I'm doing a lot for the community. I'm a stand-up guy. Like I'm really trying to make a name for myself and for people who look like me. And I need you to essentially act right. But instead of him just saying like I want you to act, with some decorum and class, he decides to throw in Michelle Obama and Coretta. And there as if those are the only two influential, Black women of class.
I'm not even a Black woman and I'm offended.
And then you're saying it to a white woman, which is like, but what he was trying to say was, I just want you to act like you got some sense,
That's what he should have said.
Yeah,
right. I wish he would have
said it just like it is.
I wish he would have said that. So then, when they go on and they talk about Megan and he brings it up again and she's like, what's happening in the relationship? And he's just saying that she is the woman that's supporting me and helping me get through all of this, which I'm definitely side-eyeing that. But he's like, she's by my side. She's my Coretta. She's standing up for me. And she was there during the interview looking on and, just being the supportive girlfriend in the moment. And like, this is awful. Yeah.
So how do you think, I think of weird stuff like this. I know this is weird. How do you think her ex-husband is laughing right now?
Right?
Because I know I would be laughing my ass off because I am petty. I would be like, now, you know what? And she might get a text. Coretta, huh?
Right.
Coretta, huh?
Right.
Because that's who you are.
And Bernice, she tweeted and she's like, I need y'all to keep my mom's name out of this.
Don't.
She is so much more than just a wife.
Yes.
Yeah, like let's stop. Let's stop.
To even compare the two.
It's just
You can't do it.
Insane.
Because she was fighting for civil rights.
That would be like,
you
know
are
what?
fighting a
This
white
woman is my
Yes.
Betty. This woman is my Betty Shabazz. Like, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
yeah.
Like you can't. There's certain people that you just don't do that.
Yeah.
These there's like, just you know how they're like, there's certain music that you just don't touch that.
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
sample it. Don't remake it.
Yeah.
There's certain people where you just can't be just inject them into a conversation like this after you done did some dumb stuff. Now I can see if y'all were on a pedestal where the community is y'all doing some XYZ and da 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 da, maybe, and that's still a maybe. This woman was the helper to one of the most influential men ever created in life, and you
She was
going
the backbone.
that's what I'm saying. Like she's
Yes.
right there, step to step. She had to worry about a man that she loved being assassinated. They knew this was coming. She had children by this man. She had to have a family while he's on the road facing death. And you compare what?
Because you're in movies and doing things for the community. And what he admitted to, because the whole reason
This
why all of
haircut
this
don't
started,
even look right.
Shut up. The whole reason why this fiasco started was because of a text message. So he was talking. Now it didn't say who the woman was, but he was talking to another woman.
All right.
And Jabari saw a text message on his phone that said, "I wish I could be kissing you right now." And that's how everything started. The two of them got into a little tussle in the car. She was trying to grab the phone. Yes. And that's what happened.
Cell phones.
Yes. So then he was trying to put her back in the car because he's like, "Stop the car! I want to get out." Yeah.
He was like pushing her back in the car.
Yeah. And that's when it made it seem like, okay, he was assaulting her.
Then he ran.
And then he ran. He did. And he's like, imagine if the roles were reversed, if it was a big black man chasing a white woman. It's like, let's not do that because come on.
Well, that's
Jonathan.
not what happened.
We're treading lightly here because
Yeah.
You just want that Disney money back, and it ain't happening,
It's not
baby.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Marvel is gone.
Yeah.
You can forget it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when asked, like, okay, how did she suffer her injuries? Because she did have a fractured finger, a bruised finger, whatever it was, and then an abrasion behind her ear. And he's like, I wish I knew.
You pushed her in the car.
Was he not there?
I seen when he pushed her in the car. Like, that's where you went wrong. Keep your hands to yourself.
Right.
You pushed her in the car, and that's where because after you pushed her in the car, you turned around and ran. So you pushed her in the car, and that didn't work. And if you just would have kept I know in his mind, he's thinking, if I had kept my hands to myself, we wouldn't be here.
Because like I said, once again, it wasn't the act. It was just the fact of you didn't intend to hurt her, and it happened. So it was the intention of your actions is what he's in trouble for. Not because there was no real evidence that he hurt her. Yeah.
And now you with Megan Good.
Don't get me started on that.
And now
don't get me started.
Man,
on that.
well, I want you to get started because that's going to be my question before we get out of here.
Don't get me started.
As this situation, I'm not a sister. I can't relate. But as a sister, watching this unfold in front of your face, and now all of a sudden she going to court with him and all this nonsense, looking crazy.
With him and his slave garb on.
Yeah,
what the hell was that suit?
know.
That suit was terrible.
How do y'all feel about that? Is that one of those, Megan, come here, sit your ass down. Sit down.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because what the hell?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
What are you on, baby girl?
Yeah.
What you smoking?
Yes.
Right.
To get you to do this.
Right.
That's the question I have. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You go from a pastor, and we still don't know what happened with that relationship.
I was gonna say we don't
don't know what happened.
And
there.
don't get me wrong, she's entitled to her to their private life because I feel that way about them. But damn,
to this,
yeah.
And during this moment, I'm gonna stick beside him.
How do you know this Negro this well to stick beside him?
That's what I want to know. Were you the woman he was texting?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Because have they said who the woman was?
No, they didn't say who the woman was. They did not. So
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to sit back and watch with some popcorn because something ain't right.
Yeah, because how did you get in this position so
quickly?
And it's like you in courtrooms with them. That's one where if I'm in that position, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let you handle that by yourself.
Facts.
You can hit me up when you get out.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you think I'm holding hands with you,
No.
What deal has been made? I don't know.
yeah, man.
And you're almost treating him as if he's already your husband. That's something that you do,
Yes.
like you said. If we're married and I truly believe you, I'm gonna stick beside you, but I'm your girlfriend.
I know.
And here's the other
Just
part.
standing by your
Why do I
man.
want you after you done lost the bag? Because
Mm.
that Disney money from Marvel is different.
Okay.
There ain't no you see, ain't nobody from Marvel's ever said, and they ain't pay me right.
Right.
Disney's still paying dude from Lion King that sang the song.
Jason Weaver.
It's Jason Weaver.
Because his mom, shout out to her.
He's still getting royalty checks from that. So ain't nobody ever complained about no Disney money.
No.
And now you got him now. I don't want you now. Creed, you ain't coming back on Creed either.
Well,
No,
That's
Creed.
over.
Lovecraft Country has been canceled.
Lovecraft
Yeah.
Country's done.
The Harder They Fall, they're not coming with a sequel.
You
know?
on Vivica Fox commercials with Ice Cube with the insurance thing. What commercial was that? What is have
What
you
is
seen
that?
that?
Yeah. I've seen it.
What are you doing, Vivica? And you got the nerve because we got to go. We got to keep it pushing on the stories. Vivica Fox tells that she was asked, how she felt about Taraji and what she said. And Vivica Fox turns around and tells the reporter, "I don't know. I mean, I support her and what she's saying, but I'm good." Now, see, this is the problems that we just have as people. Instead of, once again, that's what I was saying about y'all earlier. Sometimes if you can't say the right thing, just keep your mouth shut.
Right.
You can say, "I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm not in a place to comment on her." But when you say, "I'm good," that makes her look like she's nuts. And so now, as first of all, as Black people, then after Black people, as women, is the woman saying that I'm not being paid the same as everybody else. And you sit there and say, "I'm good." So now what do you think happened? Did you do that to try to get her parts? Because I'm telling you now, Vivica, it ain't happening. You done messed your face up and shot all that stuff in your face. You don't even look the same. And I don't think any, besides Players Club, what movie? Well, that wasn't even Players Club.
No, she
that
was Independence
she-
Day.
Independence
Set it
Day.
off.
Oh God.
Set it
that
off.
was a young.
Yeah.
She was set it off. So what box office slam is Vivica A. Fox?
I don't know. We're going to GTS that.
Because if you compare the movies from Taraji and Vivica,
Oh, she was in Kill Bill. That's right.
Oh,
Booty
yes.
Call, Two Can Play That Game. Where's her IMDb? There it is. Okay.
let's see what she was. Let's see what she was in. Let's run it down.
The last thing she was in.
So she's been doing a lot of
B movies.
Yeah, like A Christmas Intern, Sworn Justice, Taken Before Christmas, Twisted, House Sitter 2, Twisted Vines, A Diva's Christmas Carol, Dog Napped Hound for the Holidays,
What?
Holiday Hideaway, A Cozy Christmas Inn.
Well, nothing that I've seen.
Yeah,
No,
none of these are anything that
I'm
we've
trying to
seen.
think of what's the last thing that we all. Oh, she was in Blackish for one episode.
That don't
Does that
count.
count?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
does
don't
that
count.
count?
That don't count.
No, hold on. Let's see. Anything
That's like
else
a
we might
pass, isn't
have?
it? I mean,
She was in Empire. She was Candace. That's right. She was, and that's what makes it
How
even
many
worse.
episodes?
She was in 25 because she was Cookie's sister. So you worked closely.
you
with
worked with
Taraji.
this-
Yes.
so she know.
So you know, so that was calculated. I'm good.
What does that even mean? I mean,
And I think
what does
everybody,
that even mean?
I have been on record saying I think everybody owes Monique an apology.
Yes.
Oh God,
Because
I've always
Monique
done
said it first,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody turned their back. Now Taraji is saying the same things that Monique was saying. I mean, verbatim.
Yeah.
There's actually a clip on TikTok and Twitter where you have Taraji saying her piece and then you have Monique saying her piece. The only difference is Taraji is crying and Monique is straight faced.
Mm-hmm.
Same things though, but nobody stood with Mo. Now here we go, Taraji saying the same thing, and then you have Vivica A. Fox saying, "I'm good." Can we get on the same? Even if I was good, I'm not going to say I'm good because I know the damage that can do to another person who's trying to fight for their coins.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, coach's story. There's a coach that I know who was suing a school district because he was wrongfully done. He asked the coaches, please do not apply for the job in this school district because I have a lawsuit against them and I know they'll work or hire somebody black just to say the things that I am saying against them are wrong.
Incorrect.
Not only did somebody black go for the job, somebody from his staff went for the job. Like, why do we do this to one another?
Yeah, that's especially kind of messed up.
Yeah, like, if I know Taraji's out there and she's fighting for her coins or she's speaking on it, and maybe I don't necessarily agree, I still am not going to say, I'm good.
Like, I don't know what you don't.
Yeah, I respect her fight, but I'm good. No. If I can't say anything at all, it's just, hey, that's her situation, and I wish her the best. And I feel like I'm not in a position to discuss somebody else's. And then leave it at that. The moment you say I'm good, now that gives the other side the ability to say.
Makes her seem like she's a problem child in the industry.
You're the issue.
And we have enough of that already. And like you said, I really need people to stop doing that and to stick and band together. And that's maybe why you're doing a bunch of TV movies that nobody has ever seen before.
Insurance commercials. Because what are you talking about?
Yeah. As I can tell you right now, the last movie that the last thing we really seen her in was Blackish and Empire. But movie-wise, it's been some time. Like, it's been years since...
And that resume, what you over there scrolling, she has to work that hard because you have to maintain, because those aren't movies that you would be like, cool.
Paid top dollar.
Yeah. Like, I don't.
No, it's been a lot of TV and TV movies.
Well, yeah, because you got to hustle.
Yeah, you got that. The fact that you're scrolling that way, looking through all those, lets me know that how hard you're working. Whereas let's look at your white equivalent at your age. Are they having to work that hard?
Right.
Yeah, she got to hustle.
Yeah.
She got to drop it like it's hot. And rent was due yesterday.
Rent is due. Rent is due.
Hello.
She has to.
Rent is due.
She has to.
So that stopped the cap. So I need Steve to apologize because you was out here stealing people's stuff. So don't go on there talking crazy about Cat, because I think let's leave Cat alone.
And you know what you did to those babies.
You know what you did to his kids. Like, cut that out. We need Jonathan Majors and Megan Good to get it all the way together. All the way. Because something's wrong there.
Something ain't right.
Something's
not right.
That is insane.
And Vivica Fox, shut up. And that's what we need.
We need.
And that stopped the cap.
We need some harmony. We need the woo-saw.
And take your drops.
Drip drop.
There we go. And so with that being said, it's 9:00.
Yeah, we're almost at the top of the hour.
We're at the top of the hour. We've been rolling. So final remarks.
We'll be back tomorrow, God willing.
God willing, the creek don't rise.
Auntie V, what you got? What you got?
Oh, honey, it's been fun. It's been real.
So glad.
I tell you, I love it.
Yes.
Please, thehealingconsultant.com. Follow me, Instagram. Yes. Facebook.
Is next week our lotion talk?
Next week is
testimonials, isn't it?
Yes, we have Tribe, who's going to come in. And then we have is Dream City Spa. Will she be joining us for the massage portion of it?
I'm not for sure.
We'll check in. We'll check in.
We're going to do a actual demonstration of how to use the topical products next week.
Yeah,
so
that's going to be fun.
Wide angle.
That's going to be fun.
Maybe we should get the guy that UNGK.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
The masseuse that UNGK were talking about. What's his name?
Oh, no. Oh, the dude from social media that be tripping. He be rubbing women down butt naked and everything. No.
Okay.
He is not welcomed on this show.
Oh,
that guy's a pervert.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy's a pervert. Keep that in your house, sir.
All right, then.
I don't know his name. I'm not even gonna give him no big ups on this show.
No,
he be doing some wild stuff to women, and they just rolling with it.
Well,
whatever agreement he got, they pay him for it.
Yes,
it is definitely violation. Yes.
So
Okay.
that's not going to happen on this show.
No. We're gonna show
No.
how to do it the right
No.
way.
The right way.
No,
So you can enjoy everything the right way.
And so you can do it yourself. So we understand that sometimes
Absolutely.
it could be a money constraint when it comes to massages. So we're going to
Absolutely.
teach you techniques for
And
how
this-
to use it properly.
Yes, and this is spa
Yes.
level
Yes.
lotion. Let me just put that out there right now. Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It is.
we co-sign.
Yes, it
All
is.
right. So until tomorrow, and then until next week,
Till next week.
we will see y'all later. This is TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.